Now, Ziggy apparently, just because at this point we stopped talking.
Yeah, you weren't talking no more.
I moved out in 2020. This is 2024, so I haven't spoken to this motherfucker in like 4 years.
Yep.
At this point. And it's been fantastic. So he randomly messages me out of fucking nowhere, like, hey, how are things going? And I was like, hey, everything's going good. How's things going with you? And then he jumps right into it. He's like, hey, do you think you can refinance the car? And I was like, no, I have like a year left on it. Like less than a year at that point.
Even if like you like your credit was all good and everything and you were, nobody would refinance with you because you only have a year left on the car.
There would be no fucking point. Who the fuck was going to refinance me? CarMax would have said, listen, we want money, but, like, don't do this.
Yeah.
Even CarMax would have told me not to fucking do it.
Yep.
No one was going to give me the loan either. And once again, my credit wasn't, like, it was, at this point, it was healing. It was getting up there.
Yeah.
But, like, fucking, thanks to a certain dickhead, it's back down again. But, like, fucking whatever. Shit happens. We're all in this together. No, so I get pissed. This motherfucker has not reached out to me all during COVID, all during, like, literally everything that has happened between 2020 and 2024. I haven't heard shit from this motherfucker. And he's going to ask me...
In 3, 2, 1, welcome everybody to Without a Straight Man. I'm Lou.
And I'm Addie.
We are the queer premier comedic storytelling podcast Without a Straight Man. I forgot our intro.
Dude, I think we need to redo our intro. I feel like the intro is fucked up.
It was a great fun intro.
It's the best.
It was great. I think it's all right. I just forgot that we say the podcast name twice.
Yeah.
It's been a while, man.
It has been a while.
It's been double a while. Because we technically recorded, like, they're going to hear this, like, 2 weeks after the last one. But we recorded it, like, 6 weeks ago.
Yes. like literally over a month ago at this point.
All right. It's time to get centered, Adrian. We got to get centered.
We got to get centered. It's centering time.
It's centering. All right. We got to get centered. All right. In 3, 2, 1, center time. Now I gotta take my second hit since I do 2 baby hits to your 1 mega hit.
To my big fat hit.
You know, Colin and I, we have movie night every week.
Yeah.
Or so. And we were chatting about, you know, him and his partner broke up. And so he's like looking for stuff to occupy his time.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you gotta, because I texted him, the Red Letter Media had a new junk out. I texted him. And he's like, oh, thank God, something to do. And I was just like,
goddamn, dude.
Are you hurting for something to do?
Yeah.
Like, get you a weed habit, man.
Get you a hobby, man. Play video games or something. Shit.
So when he was over last, we were talking about, I'm like, man, you gotta get you a weed habit, you know? And he was like, what, like that? And I'm like, no. Because he pointed at my bong, and I'm like, no, listen.
Don't fuck it. Listen, don't try to be a pro immediately, man.
Listen, I told him, like, listen, I would offer this to you, but I usually don't offer it to people who are at my house because most people can't smoke out of what we normally smoke out of. It's where our brains are fucked.
Like most people I know who have tried to smoke out of this as like their first time, they vomit because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And so they end up fucking doing it wrong or like...
Yeah, and it's like, man, I don't want you to have a bad time. I want you to have a good weed time, you know?
What's always annoying is I will always get the person to take a good first hit. Mm-hmm. But then they will ignore my advice because my advice is always the same. Don't try to keep up with me.
Yeah, trying to keep up is always the mistake.
Yeah, don't take big hits like me, take baby hits because my lungs are fucked. So I can take these big hits like it ain't shit. Like, weed might as well be my air at this point. Like, you know, my lungs are so used to it.
As well be my air.
Yeah.
Put that shit on a goddamn shirt right there.
My lungs are used to this shit. A lot of people's aren't. I tried it with Ziggy. He vomited.
Yeah.
Smiles, I don't remember if he vomited, but he got, like, real nauseous and shit.
Yeah, you get too high too quickly. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
He's greened out a few times since then, but...
I green out. That's why I got to take 2 baby hits. Now I got to let it sit. I never know what's going to happen.
I can't say I green out too often anymore. It happens still, but it's very rare. But I'm also like 90% weed at this point, so.
You are 90% weed. This is true. So, Adrian, we left off last in November of 2024 when everything went according to plan and nothing was abnormal.
For those who are confused, this is a part 2, a follow-up.
Hello, welcome to part 2, everybody.
This is a follow-up catch-up episode of our podcast.
We're catching everybody up on why we've been absent for a year.
So we're shooting back. We're in the time machine. Everyone, hop in the time machine.
The awesome time machine. Whee! We just passed by John Peters. Hi, John Peters.
Hi, John Peters.
All right. Gonna go back in time.
And now we're back in December 2024.
All right.
And I had my first normie fucking Christmas.
You had the most normal Christmas of any person that's
So
Christmas
I should
is.
explain real quick for any new listeners of the podcast. I know we have at least a few. I do not have a normal family situation. I don't know how else to say it. I don't have a normal family situation. I just have a Addie family situation.
Yep.
Have I had Christmases, like family Christmases? Of course I have. All right? Are they the same as your family Christmases? Probably not. Did you often have fist fights occasionally break out? Did you have weed and a heavy alcohol usage at every party? Did you have fucking... Listen, I don't even want to get into all of it. Like, it was just weird, all right? I had a very fucking weird situation. Not like I have a right-wing Republican uncle that we all fight with. No. That would be normal.
That would be normal.
That'd be fucking normal. No, man. I have a dude threatening to shank someone at the Thanksgiving table because fucking... I don't know, he fucking disrespected his hat or something like that. 2 like 65-year-old men.
Yeah.
As you do.
When you disrespect somebody's hat, you gotta stab them.
You gotta stab them.
It's just a fact of life.
And once my grandmother
Your family
died,
knows, okay?
They do.
They're educated.
My grandmother, believe it or not, like that was the normal Christmas. Like that was the closest to normalcy we had.
Yeah.
Because at least she kind of kept some level of order. Because she threatened to shoot you with her 25.
Oh.
Yeah, as everyone's grandmother does at Christmas time.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah.
So.
Well, in America.
In America. And then after, my dad never did shit for Christmas. Like, after my mom left, we didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've gotten a Christmas gift from that motherfucker in, well over a decade at this point, which is fine. I'm in my 30s now, but, I don't think I've gotten one since I was, 11 or 12 or some shit. I feel like once I turned 12, Dad's like, all right, cool. Obligation done. It's
no
like
more
my
gift
mom.
giving.
It's just like my mom's, first 5 years.
Yeah, gift cutoff is 12.
So my mom's like, I don't got to love you after the first 5 years. I did my 5 years. We're good. And I'm like, all right.
When you hit 13 with a penis, you're done.
It's
and
done.
when you hit 16 with a vagina, you're done.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
That's how it works. So I go to Smiles Family Christmas, and I'll be honest, I didn't want to go.
Yeah, I do remember you did not want to go.
Yeah, well, why? I mean, fucking why would I? I don't
well,
have...
after Crivits.
Yeah. And I told the story on the last one, so I'm not going to get into it this one, but... It wasn't even that they were bad. It just that it was awkward and weird, and I'm not a big fan of awkward and weird situations that I don't need to be in. You know? Like, I'll go into them.
We got your dad. Like, if I don't need to be there, why am I here?
Yes.
If I don't got to be in this situation and there's bullshit in it, why am I here? Yeah.
I was spoiled by my father's logic. I truly was.
No, I did. I've been spoiled by your logic.
Yeah. I don't need to listen, if there's no reason. All right?
You don't need to tough it out.
No? Yeah, fuck that.
If you got better shit to do, or even if you don't, if you just don't want to do this shit, get the fuck out.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to have your friend fake an anxiety attack to get you out of a fuck situation, all right?
So that way you can go see Joker.
So you can go see fucking Joker. So you can grab your Joker statue and fucking go.
Get the fuck out of there.
I don't even know if we've ever talked about that on this podcast, but I'll look into it someday and see.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Yeah, I don't think we have. So I go...
The 50th birthday bailout.
Yeah, such great... You, 10 out of 10, best friend. You were 10 out of 10 in that moment. Didn't have to ask, didn't have to do anything.
Nope, I was prepared.
You were prepared. And everyone believed you, too, until Courtney fucked it all up.
Well, I mean...
Well, yeah.
It's Courtney.
There you go. So, we go out to fucking this suburb out in fucking Illinois. I'm not going to, dox where they live. But it's not Chicago, I'll tell you that. It's a fucking suburb. Where there's no sidewalks. Walking is illegal. Yeah.
Walking is illegal.
You can't be walking up in this. Well, it's like an O'Fallon. You'd be walking at night and a fuck cop would stop you. What are you doing? I'm fucking walking, asshole. What does it look like I'm doing? Well, that's suspicious.
You're raping.
I swear to God. Well, you're wearing a black t-shirt and jeans. You could be breaking into people's houses with my fingerless gloves and no mask. Okay, officer, whatever you say. So
it is O'Fallon. There are very stupid criminals.
there are really dumb criminals.
Maybe,
yeah.
you know,
I mean, listen, I used to
they
ride.
didn't know you were from the city and knew a thing or two about a thing or
I used
two.
to
Okay.
ride to school with a dude who stole the pig from the fucking Piggy's barbecue place.
Oh, nice.
That big, heavy ass concrete pig. He just stole it.
Oh.
I asked him why he did it, and he's like, I don't know. I just took it.
I don't understand people like that.
Well,
man.
and then because of that, if you ever drove by that place afterwards, they had a big chain around the fucking pig. And that's why. He was the reason why they had to get a new fucking pig from whoever they commissioned their concrete pigs from. And then they just got a big black chain and wrapped it around that motherfucker
Man,
as if that was going to stop
be a
someone.
concrete pig.
In O'Fallon.
Like a concrete commissioned pig.
Yeah.
Like the artist who makes commissions of concrete
He couldn't
pigs.
bring it into his
Crazy.
mom's trailer. Because, like, he's like, well, my mom will find out and get mad at me. And I was like, so what was your end game, dude? Like, what the fuck? Why would you do this?
Well, I think the answer of I don't know, I think is probably prevalent in this story.
Yes, it really was. Yes.
It's a person that doesn't have impulse control and lacks self-reflection.
Yeah, honestly, yes. So,
I say from my armchair.
I dress nice, but I didn't, like, dress up because I don't really have anything to dress up in. But, I dress up nice. Me and Smiles go there. And it's normal. Dude, like, I know people are gonna listen. It's like, oh yeah, what a fucking interesting story, Adrian. Dude, no, for me though, like normal is weird. All right, like I can't explain it. Like normal is fucking weird to me. All right, if there ain't people who are just drinking out of Busch Light cans and fucking sobbing about their great grandfather who died like 30 fucking years ago, and he was the best man, and he was bald too. That has happened at a family function of mine. Dude, there are so many wild stories, and there was nothing. Like a little family gossip from this wine aunt, like fucking, which I didn't trust that bitch at all. Like, she was fun, but like...
This person, they bought a boat on credit.
Yes.
Like that kind of shit.
She's like that, yeah. Like, oh my God. Like, making little snide comments at everyone but me, and I'm just like, if I wasn't in this conversation with you, you'd be shit-talking me too, wouldn't you? Like, fucking, like, I know you, bitch. I could tell. I've met many of you in my time. Like, I was nice to her, and she was nice to me, but you could tell. Most of the family was very nice, though. I don't think anyone was particularly rude or anything. I didn't really talk that much because I'm like, what the fuck do I say? Hello, it's me, the hanger-on. Here I am, like fucking, here I am, your child's queer partner. Nice to meet all of you who are all Republican and all vote to kill me. Not going into that, but just saying, like fucking, literally Fox News on the television and Crivits. So it's just like.
Yeah.
I don't really want to be around these people, but Smiles is like, hey, we may at some point need money from my grandmother if we want a down payment, because even fucking with Smiles making as much as he does, affording a house seems very distant.
Yeah.
And we get paid. He gets paid well. He, not me. I don't do shit. I'm a lazy cunt. My job is
clean up.
I do.
You're working
I do.
on the books.
I do.
You're editing the
I
podcast
do stuff. I shouldn't
now.
shit on myself that hard. I'm not used to being home all this much.
Yeah.
So to me, I just feel like I am the laziest motherfucker because I'm so used to having a normal 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
But that's capitalist brain.
There you go. You're doing it.
Yeah. I gotta break the fucking mold, man.
Yeah.
Fuck capitalists.
So
yeah. Sorry. Back to Christmas. Speaking of capitalism, so it's a nice time. Like, the food's okay. I didn't eat a whole lot, admittedly. I don't even remember what we had, but it was like higher middle class people shit you have at a party.
Okay.
Like Christmas at my aunt's place is like cheesy hash browns, little smokies.
Yeah.
Like cookies, like poor people's shit.
That sounds like my Christmas.
Yeah. There wasn't a lot of poor people's shit at this fucking party, man. It was kind of weird. Like there was like cheesecake, I think, in the little plastic tin. That was like the closest to the poor people's shit ever, and I hate those cheesecakes. So I can't even enjoy that as a poor person. My dad used to buy them all the fucking time. They're terrible. Just make yourself a fucking cheesecake, man.
I tried to make a cheesecake once.
It's a nightmare, isn't it?
It went really bad.
I heard it's not easy.
No, it's really hard.
Yeah, I've contemplated trying it, but I'm just
very
like,
wiggly.
I'll just make Jello cake instead because you can't really fuck Jello cake up. Not in the same way.
Well, I'm glad it was normal, even though it was uncomfortable.
Yeah,
uneventful, probably.
The craziest thing is I got gifts, which I was not expecting. I did not come into this thinking I was going to get gifts. I was expecting to maybe get a card.
Yeah,
that's pretty normal. But like, dog, I don't get gifts in my own fucking family.
Yeah,
like legitimately, like one person gives me a card. I think it was his grandmother, and it has a $50 bill in it. And in my family, if you get a $20 bill, that was a mistake, and you need to shove that shit in your pocket so quick before anyone notices. Because that shit was accidental. Because it normally is like a $5, maybe a 10 if they're feeling generous. And keep in mind, my family ain't like they're all poor.
Yeah.
My dad's side of the family is wealthy. They're just all poor-brained. So they fucking, we live
They
like...
live like poors.
They live like poors. Even in like the nicest house out in fucking DeSoto, fucking Missouri. This big-ass fucking home and shit like that. They do. They eat and live like poors. And I'm just like, man, it really is just like a brain thing. Like it's in your brain.
It's a brain thing.
Just, oh, man. I'm sure there's a better word for it, but brain thing.
It's a brain thing.
New Addy word. Brain thing,
Yeah.
everyone. Write it down.
Hashtag TM reserved copyright.
Exactly. Write that down. So, yeah, I get like fucking a $50 bill from the grandmother. I get a $50 bill from the mother. Dude, I ended up walking away like $150 because like people just kept giving me money, and I'm just like, "Fuck, is this normal?" And Smiles was like, "Yeah," like because he got like a big check and like other shit, and I'm just like, "Is this like what?" Or just giving me money. Well, then we go over to the mom's house because she's like, "I got more gifts for you."
Oh Jesus!
I don't have it laying out right now because my fucking room is a bit of a mess. But like, I got this really soft blanket, which I love. I love that fucking blanket. It's great in the winter. Great gift. She got me 2 big fucking bags of chips because I'm a pothead. We didn't tell her I'm a pothead, but like
chips.
Yeah, it was like Cheetos and Doritos.
Nice.
And I'm like, yeah, Stoner's best friend. If you can have that stuff, obviously, fucking, And I feel like I got something else. Might have just been the card I'm thinking of, but like, yeah, she fucking gave me a bunch of shit.
Nice.
And like the grandmother gave me like handmade ornaments and shit. And I'm just like, this is very polite. I could tell, I'm be honest with you. They were nice to me because they want Smiles to come around, and he don't come around very often. So I think a big reason, not to say that they would be shitty to me otherwise.
Sure.
But like, I think a big reason why they were so like inviting and welcoming to me is like, they're like, please God, bring him back over here. And I'm just like, oh, honey, you're talking to the wrong person.
Yeah, you're not talking to the boss.
Yeah, listen, first of all, yeah, Smiles is the one who determines whether he has a relationship with y'all. And outside of that, like, if I'm asked, you don't want my opinion on that. Because, like, y'all are shitty. Like, fucking, y'all have done some pretty shitty shit that you never made up for. So, I'm not going to go into it. Ain't my story to tell.
Sure, but yeah.
But yeah, they've done some shitty shit. And fucking, I'm not a big fan of all of them. And also Republican. Fox News. No cheese in fucking Wisconsin. I'm going to blame them for that.
Oh, yeah.
Swear to God, so because it's a Republican area, they're like, cheese is a liberal thing, and I'm like, what the fuck? Not really. I don't know why there was no cheese in Crivits, y'all, but like, I'm still mad about it.
Cheese is liberal.
I swear,
I want that on a shirt.
cheese
too.
is liberal.
Cheese is liberal in Crivits, Wisconsin. Cheese is liberal in Crivits, Wisconsin.
Dude, I swear to God, because they're just like, if them damn liberal cheesemakers in Green Bay, Wisconsin, fucking, like, I don't even know, like, fucking those goddamn liberals.
You mentioned Milwaukee, and they're like, oh God, the queers are everywhere. Meanwhile, it's like 5 queers in fucking Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And Rich Evans.
Just eating a grilled cheese sandwich, and to them, that is the devil.
Yep.
And Rich Evans. I forget Rich Evans is in Milwaukee.
Yeah, they live in Milwaukee.
I do forget that.
Around Milwaukee.
I do forget that sometimes.
Wisconsin.
I
can't. I just did. I don't know what that accent is. I apologize immediately.
Wisconsin. But yeah.
That's worse.
I wish I had,
you
like.
need to be double arrested.
I wish I had more interesting shit to say about it, but it was just wild to me.
You just had a normie Christmas.
Yeah, and it was like the weirdest thing. Like going to your family's Christmas, that was normal.
Yeah.
And that was still fucking weird. I want to be clear. Like that was wild.
It was a hamburger pizza type of Christmas.
It was a hamburger pizza type of Christmas. It really was. Go check that episode out.
It's like episode 8, right?
Yeah. It's an early episode, and I highly recommend it. It is one of our better ones. It's very funny. I think it's one of our early like hits.
Yeah. I went hiking on Christmas.
Tell me about
exciting.
your hike.
I went back to the state park where we went to 5th grade camp.
That's right.
And I found our cabins that we stayed at.
That's wild to me that you're able to actually like find the campground and shit. I guess because it's just open. Like it's not open, but it's not. You can like walk to it.
That part of the campground is actually closed. So the only way you can get to it, you either like have reservation to use the cabins because it's closed off the road there. It has like a gate and it says reservation, but So I did the Lakeside Trail, but off of the Lakeside Trail is the Schoolhouse Trail, old Schoolhouse Trail, which is the trail that they had us go on when they did the Spookies.
In this campground, they would do this thing where the counselors would like blindfold us and make us hold a rope, and we would have to walk in a line through the forest, and they're like, you can't look because there's these scary creatures that will attack you if you look.
Yeah.
Which, if you have fucking anxiety.
Which I did as a 5th grader.
I did too. I looked.
Yeah, I didn't want to break the rules and get in trouble.
I looked, and the counselor looked at me and saw that I looked, and he just went. So like they were chill about it for the most part.
Well,
Most
yeah,
of
they're
the
like
counselors,
14. They're like 14,
yeah.
15, 16 years old.
Dude, when I was that kid, I thought they were adults.
Oh yeah, I did too.
And then to find out that they were like freshmen.
And like then you think about how old you are, and you're just like, that's not an adult.
Yeah, which I'm just like, why the fuck would you let 14-year-olds?
I think at that point when we actually were in high school, I think only upperclassmen could be.
They must have changed it because I remember.
I don't think that was like that when we were in 5th grade camp, but I think by the time we got to high school, they had changed it. Because I feel like you could only do it as an upperclassman. I never wanted to do it. So
there was a time where I contemplated doing it, but to do it, you had to be an A+, and you had to fucking be a good student. Yeah. And even if I were to turn my grades around, they were never going to let my ass fucking be a counselor.
Yeah, the other thing is, too, is like everybody applies to be a 5th grade camp counselor.
It's one of the fun jobs.
Yeah, only the kids who are like close to like, in the top 10. Yes.
Only the nerdiest motherfuckers get selected.
The nerdiest
or
and
jocks,
well-behaved.
Occasional jocks.
Yeah. Well, got to have somebody like lift canoes or whatever. Although we didn't have anything. We didn't do anything on the water.
No, the only.
I didn't even know there was a lake at that park until I went as an adult when I went.
I didn't
hiking.
even know there was like a river, like rivers nearby. Even though it's called fucking, it's. I'm not gonna say the
name.
But
we did no river activities when we went.
No.
So
we did a lot of like shit in the trees. We did a lot of like rope games. Like, they set up a lot of weird rope obstacle courses and shit like that for us to do, and those were fun.
Yeah.
We did the mud cave.
Yeah.
Which...
Remember that.
Terrifying.
Yeah. We watched Old Yeller. Did you guys do that? Because I know you went to a different elementary school than I did. Same district, though.
Yeah, but I think we went to the same 5th grade camp.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I know we went to the same spot, but I didn't know if they did the same camp for everybody, if that makes sense.
I want to say we probably did.
It was like the night before we left.
But I don't fucking remember, but I might not have paid attention, or they might have given kids the option to bail, and I might have just said, fuck it, and not went.
I lost a tooth during it, so I had to go hang out in the nurse's office. I'd just been like, munching on it all week.
I always feel bad for my sister's 5th grade camp experience.
Oh, no, what happened?
Crohn's.
Oh, God, that early?
Yeah, well, diarrhea. She had a lot of pooping problems back then. I assume because of what would lead to the Crohn's.
Yeah.
No, she had the worst 5th because she had to take milk of magnesia and shit like that. So as much as I hate my sister at times, I'm like, I do feel bad about that. Like, my experience sucked too because like my parents didn't adequately send me with enough shit, so I didn't even have like body wash and like other shit that I needed.
Yeah, this was like, it wasn't the first time I'd ever gone on like a trip. Like, I'd gone with my grandparents to places a few times, but like it was just really weird.
Yeah. Well, you're just in a cabin with other kids and a 14-year-old.
That you don't want to fucking be around. Yeah.
Mikey E. Let's call him Mikey E. Michael Eisner. We had Michael Eisner.
Okay.
I wish I had fucking Michael Eisner. And Mikey, I had fucking... Oh, God, man. I wish I could remember. Who was that sleepy... Was it fucking Peter? I want to say he was in my cabin, but I might be misremembering. I had a bunch of, like, loser kids in mine. We were the Owls. We were, like, the stupidest team.
I had a huge crush on Pete Smith, so like I was just obsessed with everything that he was doing while I was in 5th grade camp. So as normal.
A lot of kids in 6th grade also had a crush on him.
Until they saw his older brother Jeff, and then everybody loved Jeff.
Everyone loved Jeff.
I wonder if he's still a beach bum.
Jeff was also just more personable than Peter.
Yeah, but he was also a lot cockier and a lot harder to deal with because he was
a shit.
He was smart and he was talented and he knew it and he did not let anybody not know it.
I could only hope.
I told you what he did after high school.
Yeah.
He went out to California to like go to, I think it was like UC Berkeley or one of like the good schools, and he hated it. So he left after a semester and he was just a homeless dude who hung out on the beaches.
Good for him.
So I don't know, because their dad died when we were in high school, and that had a huge effect on, because I was friends with their sister Tyler. So I
forgot they had a sister too, man.
Yep.
There were so many.
Two. They technically have 3 sisters. It was From oldest to youngest, it was Sarah, Jeff, Peter, Tyler, and Molly.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I remember that.
I'm shocked you remember that.
I mean, I had
Peter
a
and
huge
Jeff.
crush on Peter for several years. And you know me.
Yeah, I was
a normal individual.
Good friends with him in 6th grade, and then that kind of fell off around 7th or 8th because he started kind of being.
Well, he's Jeff's younger brother. You know, he's in. Well, he was friends with what was his fucking name? Chris.
The hockey player? Is that who you're talking about?
No, that's Jimmy.
Well, Jimmy was friends with Chris, wasn't he? I thought they both played hockey.
That's a different Chris. I'm thinking of a different Chris.
Yeah, I'm thinking of diabetic Chris, yeah.
So I had a crush on his brother Michael.
Yeah, he was diabetic. Him and Jimmy were like the weirdest friends I ever had.
They were like inseparable.
They were always like assholes, but they would never let anyone fuck with me. It was the weirdest like sibling-like relationship I ever had.
They were very selective about their assholery. It was very interesting.
But it's been so long.
It's been a while.
It's been a long fucking
been a
time.
long
When I was friends with Tyler, that was in middle school.
Yeah, this would have all been high school.
Yeah,
he wasn't
I was
friends
really
with him in
good for it.
middle school.
He became popular and stopped talking to me as
Yeah.
soon as we got into high school. So a lot of kids stopped talking to me once we got into high school.
Yeah, that sounds about right. See, now I'm gonna.
And then like my junior year, everyone wanted to start talking to me again, and I was just like, "What the fuck happened?" And it wasn't that I was popular. I don't know why.
All the upperclassmen left.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I wondered about that. Fucking. I had a lot of beef with upperclassmen, to be fair. Like, one of my first days in PE, I got into a fucking fist fight with a senior. So, there you go.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and I called out another senior for being a little pussy, and I was going to fight him until he was going to bring his friends. And I said, "Nah, man, you a little bitch. You'll fucking have your friends jump me with your 5'2" ass." And then I didn't fight him because I was like, I ain't going to do it. And I punked his ass out and fucking never had to deal with him again. So I wasn't really well liked by seniors after that. And then the only other fight I had after that was with another senior, Anthony something. That was his name.
Wow.
Yep, because I knew his sister. I was on better terms with his sister. He was an asshole, though. I hope everyone's enjoying our fucking high school talk here.
So I went up there. I sent you a bunch of videos. It took you like 2 weeks to look at.
Yes.
And then that was really cool. Like, they looked the same. Everything looked the exact same. The archery area was the same because we did archery. That was one of your favorites.
I
right?
loved fucking archery. I can't claim that I was like the best at it, but I wasn't the worst at it. I could get like I think I
opted out of it because I don't remember doing it.
Yeah, I liked that. I liked the obstacle course stuff we did. I liked all the team stuff we did. I liked the moonlight walk that we did. That was cool. The scary stories were fucking neat. There was a lot of cool shit there. It just, unfortunately, I had a class full of assholes. Like, most of my class were dicks, and I wasn't in a team with the kids I liked. But then again, the only kids that showed up to my 5th grade birthday party were all the dickheads. And they were nice to me.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
When the pressures of fucking socializing at school aren't there, like, fucking all those bully kids would be super nice to me. They thought I was super cool. And then everyone thought I was funny. I was the funny kid.
Yeah, sure.
The second, though, that there were girls around or any, like, popular kids, no one wanted. I was a fucking cancer. You did not want to be around me.
I kind of know that.
Yeah.
Well, Adrian, I think you might have mentioned this in the last podcast, but it seems that you brought a lack of a certain type of weather when you moved up to Chicago.
I fucking did, dude.
You got nothing.
I got fucking snow cucked.
You did. You got snow cucked.
So every year in Missouri, when I was a kid, all right, like most people, because climate change, it used to snow a decent amount in Missouri.
Yeah.
We would have decent enough winters, and I really like snow. As much as I hate the fucking cold, I'll bitch about it the entire time. I love snow. I like sledding. I like sledding, not snowboarding. Hold on. Take that back.
Hold on.
Rewrite. I've always wanted to try snowboarding, but I don't think I would necessarily be good at it. It takes a level of coordination and core strength that I don't have.
It's a lot of thigh strength too.
Oh, I could maybe do that.
It's a lot like skateboarding, but with snow.
God, if only I was more fucking.
I did snowboarding like one time when I was a kid.
I
think it was at that Hidden Valley place.
There is a part of me that feels like if I would have stuck with skateboarding, I could always get good at it. It ain't like I couldn't get a fucking skateboard and learn how to do it now. It'd be harder just because I'm more prone to injury now that I'm in my 30s. But
I can't. I die.
I think I could because I was able to learn how to like do very basic shit on it. I couldn't
even ride on one.
I could ride it. I learned how to ride it, and I learned how to slide a little bit enough to slow down. I also learned how to do an ollie, but I was not always consistent with being able to do it. But I was starting to get okay, but I never had a board my own. I always had to use my cousin, so when I didn't have a board, I couldn't really keep practicing.
Yeah.
And I probably could have asked my dad for one, but like money was tight. I never felt comfortable asking for a lot of stuff
and it wasn't
back
like
then.
this thing you were like super passionate about.
Yeah. I didn't want it to be one of those things that like I got and then I didn't use and I felt bad about not using. I was prone to that back then because, single parent.
Yeah.
Most
definitely. I was friends with, or I was going out with, Daniel Justice, and he did
Big
skateboarding,
skateboarder, yeah.
so I tried to learn. It went bad.
I'm big into skateboard culture. I fucking love skateboard culture, like Thrasher magazine. I love all the Tony Hawk shit. I fucking have seen like the CKY videos and the fucking Big Brother shit. And like obviously I'm into punk rock music and that those scenes like hand in hand with each other. I don't know if I'm a sporty enough person to fucking.
No, I get it. Yeah, no. So you could. There was no snow here for you to sled, snowboard.
No, man. And I was
make
dude,
a snowball.
Smiles when I first moved up here. It was like, you're finally gonna get a good winter. We always have a great snow. Blah 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 blah. How was your snow in Missouri, Lou?
It's pretty fucking bad. There were, I think, 3 instances where it snowed a foot, which almost never happens, especially in the city.
And then out here, we got like
a dusting.
More or less. We got like one okay snow that lasted like 2 to 3 days, and that was it, and it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I thought it was only like, you only gave me like one picture from the night that it snowed.
Yeah, usually if I got you any pictures of snowing, it would be melted by later that day or the next day.
Yeah.
I was very not happy about it. They're claiming this year, because of the weather patterns, the way they are and everything, that we are in the conditions to get a good snowy winter.
All right.
We'll fucking see. I'm not holding my breath on it because I was told that last year by Smiles. Ultimate betrayal. How dare you, Smiles? I'm joking. Betrayed. I was giving him shit about it. He was just like, I know. The fucking one time we don't have it.
Yep.
And I was like, I know. That's the one time you promised it. Like, just none. It's bullshit. I'm in fucking Chicago. I'm near the lakes. I should be getting a fuck ton of snow. None. I was so mad.
Now, Adrian, while you were busy having no snow.
Yes.
Not only was I busy getting fucked instead of cucked with snow, I got cucked by the snow by getting too much snow.
Yeah.
So I live in a house, and it's an interesting house. It's a fascinating house. It's full of fascinations.
I'd agree with that.
So one day when I'm like, okay, it's cleaning day. I pull back the curtain to clean the shower, and there's about an inch of like brackish water in my tub just standing. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. That's not supposed to be there.
Delicious.
So I text that to my landlord. He's like, no, that's not good. I'll be there in like 15 minutes. So
I'm glad he's not like our old landlord who would have just been like.
So
there's people who are like, did my audio fucking
got positive? So he comes over and he's messing with it and stuff, and he's like, all right, I got an idea. I think this is gonna fix it. He's like, I gotta turn on all your water though. I gotta turn on your sink in the kitchen, in the bathroom, and I gotta turn on the
basically
faucet.
Flush the system. Basically,
yeah. He's like, I think I know what to do. All right. So he goes out there. Turns on all the water. He goes outside. Less than 30 seconds, he is running through my house being like, nope, didn't fix the problem. So he shuts off all the water, and he's like, all right, so we got to wait until Monday because I'm going to have to actually call somebody, a professional. He's like, because I don't know what is making this back up into your house. So I was like, okay. So that weekend. So it was about
You came and stayed that weekend, didn't you?
No, this was way before I had come out here.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I thought there was the bug bomb. You came and stayed during the bug bomb week.
Yeah,
I apologize.
yeah. No. I will tell you what winds up happening because in order for you to understand what happened over the weekend, I kind of have to explain to you what wound up happening. Somebody did come out like Monday morning. They were at the place like at like 10
Your
o'clock.
landlord's really good about stuff like that.
And they unclogged it or whatever. Basically, what was happening is so there was so much snow and it was getting warm enough during the day to start to melt it, but it was getting freezing at night again. So it would melt and then freeze. So I have a like a storm drain. I have like a drain right outside my door of my kitchen.
Yeah.
And I had noticed for like a couple months before this happened that on occasion there would just be like dirt or like white stuff that had like come up and was just like hanging out. Like there would never be any water. There would just be like dried, like something had been there and then receded.
Yeah.
I mentioned all this to him. So basically what was happening is there was a pipe an exit pipe off my property had one of the lips on the pipes, they didn't fit together correctly, and so it had been damaged and stuff was catching on it and it had caused a clog. But why was it backing up into my house? It should have just come out of the storm drain.
You would think, yeah.
However, since there was so much snow and ice and I didn't shovel it or anything, a frozen plug had formed on top of the pipe, causing everything to back up into my house. Now, since I discovered that on a Friday and we couldn't have anybody over until Monday to fix it, all weekend when I had to leave my house, I had to walk over a literal frozen river of shit. Because it would unfreeze, and so it would back up, like everything would back up, and then it would freeze overnight. So I have pictures, and I'll try to remember to send them to you again so you could post them. But there's just like this black, brown, like snowy, frozen mush on my back porch that I have to walk over.
It's so bad.
Yeah. So I just put my hiking boots on every time I had to leave the house, and I had an extra pair of shoes in my car to switch them. Just a couple days. It wasn't that much of an inconvenience, and it was more funny and worth the story. I did have to shower standing on a stool, though. That was very fucking annoying. That was the most annoying part because my feet were not touching that fucking water.
Yeah, no, I don't fucking
So I just put a stool, my little step stool in there, and then I did a 1 to 10 to 1 alcohol and like soaked the bottom of it in alcohol afterwards.
Reminds me
listen, I am studious.
It reminds me when Ziggy replaced the bathroom, but he put in too small of a drainage pipe, and so the fucking shower kept backing up.
Oh, my fucking God.
And he was just like, well, we can just kind of get used to this. And I'm like, or your fat ass can fix it. Like, you could pull the shower back out and swap the pipe with a bigger pipe.
That was really an omen for what was to come.
I should have got out then and there. I really should have redoubled my efforts to get the fuck out of there. And then if I would have lost my job, I just could have lived under a bridge. Honestly, it would have been better. I still would have been shitting outside. Frankly, I mean, shit would have ended up in the same spot.
Still would have been shitting in a bag, probably.
Yeah. Would have ended up in the trash one way.
But then you wouldn't have to live with Ziggy, so I think you actually would have probably made out.
I would have made a bunch of homeless friends.
Yep,
You know, fucking, it would have been good.
So speaking of your best friend Ziggy, your BFF Ziggy.
Oh God, that's right. We're here.
We're here.
We're here at this part.
So Adrian, you have been on a journey with a motor vehicle that you own.
Jesus Christ.
You in this car
sat so long waiting that it fucking died, and I got to get a new battery for it now.
Yep.
Which I could have been driving it, but it was illegal because I was waiting for the So,
all right.
okay.
And start from the beginning.
Okay, so.
And action.
When I got my car, I'm going to go in the way beginning. When I got my car back in 2019, I got a 2017 Ford Focus. Mm-hmm. It's a hatchback. It's a piece of shit, but, you know, it did what it needed to do. I was driving out to the city every day at that point. It was like 45, 50-minute drive.
You had a long drive.
Like each way.
Yeah.
So it would be like 2 hours total by the end of the day, usually longer because of traffic. So I needed a good car. I should have just fixed the fucking Saturn up, but I didn't. So I get this fucking Ford Focus, and I didn't really have credit at the time. So getting a new car was kind of difficult. My dad's credit, he had credit until my sister fucked it up. And my sister asked for a car right before I did.
Yeah.
So, you know, typical Courtney, fucking getting in there and cutting my nuts off right before I can ask for anything. So I couldn't.
Listen, she was just being a good sister. She knew you were trans, and so
exactly,
just cutting your nuts off for you.
Right off, doing it for free. So
really, Adrian, she's a saint, and you should thank her. Honestly,
yeah, I should. Thanks, Courtney. Cunt. So I wonder if she's listening to this now that we're not
Probably
talking.
not.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, probably.
Oh well, yeah. I forgot you guys weren't talking.
Yeah, it's only when we're not talking will she listen to this podcast. She don't give a fuck about what I say when we're talking. But the second I ain't talking, she's like, "Is Adrian shit talking me?" A little bit.
Your sister's normal.
Very normal person, man. It's almost like I made the smart move getting into therapy. It's almost like some people in my family should do therapy.
Almost.
So I get this fucking car, and I was just going to figure something out. But Ziggy offers to co-sign for me. Keep in mind the word co-sign. Co-sign. We're going to say this word one more time. Co-sign.
Co-sign.
So I was skeptical of this because it's a friend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I don't know what my future's going to hold. You know, like, obviously I'll do my absolute best to not fuck this up, but I don't know. You know, I grew up poor.
Yeah.
So I have the mentality that at any moment shit can fall apart.
Sure.
So you got to be kind of prepared for that. So he was like, it's fine. I don't care. It's good. Blah, blah, blah. I'll just be the co-signer. You know, it won't be a big deal. And I was like, well, when I go to sell the car later, is your name going to be on the title? Is that going to be a thing? And he's like, no. Because I'll be a co-signer. So we go to CarMax and we get this fucking car. And the whole time, I swear, maybe I'm misremembering it, but the fucking seller was saying co-signer.
Yeah.
Co-sign, co-sign, co-sign. So we're going to jump forward a little bit. It's 2024. I'm about a year away from paying the fucking car off at this point. And Ziggy is getting up my ass because I would let the bill float to the end of the month.
Yeah.
I would be within the 30 days, so it ain't like I'd get taxed or feed or anything. But
yeah.
I
wouldn't
would
get reported to anybody's credit.
No, but you know they call. I just didn't answer the fucking calls.
Yeah.
They came from pretty much the same number, so I just blocked all the numbers, and eventually they stopped coming in. Funny enough. Now Ziggy apparently, just because at this point we stopped talking.
Yeah, you weren't talking no more.
I moved out in 2020. This is 2024, so I haven't spoken to this motherfucker in like 4 years.
Yep. At
this point. And it's been fantastic. So he randomly messages me out of fucking nowhere like, hey, how are things going? And I was like, hey, everything's going good. How's things going with you? And then he jumps right into it. He's like, hey, do you think you could refinance the car? And I was like, no, I have like a year left on it. Like less than a year at that point.
Even if like your credit was all good and everything and you weren't, nobody would refinance with you because you only have a year left on the car.
There would be no fucking point. Who the fuck was going to refinance me? CarMax would have said, listen, we want money, but like, don't do this.
Yeah.
Even CarMax would have told me not to fucking do it.
Yep.
No one was going to give me the loan either. And once again, my credit wasn't like, it was, at this point, it was healing. It was getting up there.
Yeah.
But like, fucking, thanks to a certain dickhead, it's back down again. But like, fucking whatever. Shit happens. We're all in this together. No. So I get pissed. This motherfucker has not reached out to me.
Yeah.
All during COVID. All during like literally everything that has happened between 2020 and 2024. I haven't heard shit from this motherfucker. And he's going to ask me to refinance my car because, and I quote, well, people are calling me and it's annoying. And I got fucking pissed. And those were his words, by the way. It wasn't like fucking I'm even making that shit up. I showed you the text.
Yeah. I can verify those were the exact words.
Yeah, I got fucking pissed because I was like, all right, motherfucker. So you make me shit in a bag for months. You fucked me over every which way. You lied to me constantly. You promised me the moon and back and gave me fucking dirt, if that. Like you constantly were just a shit friend. And then you're going to fucking reach out to me. This motherfucker has a ton of money, by the way. He's very wealthy. He has a good job, and he gets paid very well. When I was still living with him, he had like 20 grand sitting in a savings account because he doesn't do shit with his life.
But he couldn't fix the toilet.
Couldn't fix the fucking toilet. Couldn't hire someone to fix the fucking bathroom in the kitchen. It would have cost him like $3 to $4K based on the estimates that we fucking got.
Yep.
Could have just dropped that. He wasn't saving for anything, by the way. He already owned a house. I want to be clear. He wasn't saving the money for anything. It wasn't like he was setting aside like, Shay, I want a house. No, fucking he already had that shit. He just didn't know what to do with it. He didn't have hobbies. He didn't have friends outside of us. No woman was going to come and fuck him because there was dog piss on the floor with paper towels over it. And he ate out of the cans of SpaghettiOs without cooking them.
Pull farther away from you because you're like right on top of it.
Sorry. Apologies if I was screaming, guys. I'll try to fix that in post. But I'm very passionate about this, clearly. I'm still traumatized after fucking years of this shit. I was talking about this in therapy, by the way. I need to get back into therapy to keep talking about this, clearly.
Oh, you've talked about it a few different times on the podcast,
yes.
too. You've told the story,
Long time fucking Wassum heads know.
They know. You all know.
So, yeah, I was pissed off, and I go off on him for it. And I was just like, this is fucking bullshit. I have a year out, and I was as respectful as I could be while going off on him still. And I was like, well, I very much appreciate that you fucking co-signed the car for me. They fuck you. Like I don't have the money to refinance this fucking car, and even if I did, I'm a year out. It would be fucking stupid of me to refinance the fucking car just so you could stop getting a phone call.
Yeah.
Just block the fucking number. Get Robo fucking blocker or whatever the fuck that service is. You have the money, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I said, unless I would, to be fair, I was not being serious. I was just like, if you hate it so bad, either pay the car off or fuck off. I got this. I will have it handled in a fucking year.
Yeah, it's going to be paid off.
And then in a month's time, I'm waiting for my fucking bill. And I don't get my bill from fucking CarMax. And I'm fucking like, to be fair, I needed this bill off my back at this point because we were struggling.
Yeah.
Grocery prices were really high. Gas was super high at the time. It was fucking rough. And our rent had just gone up like multiple times, I think. He was like raising it like every couple months. I fucking just randomly, I get like a check in the mail. And I think I got an email, didn't I? It was like, congratulations for fucking paying the car off. And I was like, excuse me? And I look at the date. He fucking paid it off like the next day.
But said nothing to you.
Said nothing. He did not say anything to me. Didn't do anything. Which, to be fair, I might have blocked his number, maybe, but he wouldn't have said anything to me anyway.
No, I don't think you did.
Oh, that's right. I hadn't yet.
No, because he was still on occasion.
That's right, because I blocked him after it was paid off.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I don't need to hear from him ever again.
Yeah. Or so
we fucking thought. So, okay. Montezuma's fucking revenge, truly. So the car's paid off. I get like a check. I don't have it hanging up right now, but I got it somewhere in this place.
It's in the house. It's like $189 something.
Yeah. It was a check I got. Yeah, Ziggy overpaid on it.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. Ziggy overpaid. I
mean, I had paid more than half to fuck a car by that point, but still.
Oh, yeah. More than.
Yeah. And I had also paid a bunch of money in fixing it because at this point, for once again, for Wassam heads, the fucking transmission had gone out on the car not but a couple months before this motherfucker reached out to me about refinancing it. I had the fight with my warranty company for over a fucking month. I didn't have a car for over a month. And where we lived, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah, it was a really big issue.
It was a problem. It was very difficult.
Issue.
It was stressful for all of us because I would handle the grocery shopping and I couldn't fucking do it like I normally was able to do it. It was very frustrating. Couldn't get to fucking work without rides.
Yep.
And my job was very like accommodating about the whole thing.
Yeah.
But holy fuck, my warranty company wasn't. If it wasn't for the mechanics that I took it to, it would have been a nightmare.
Yep.
So I was just not fucking having it. But I didn't think he was going to fucking pay a car.
No, I didn't either. I think at this point, didn't he cover like a couple payments previously before he actually did this because he was getting phone calls and getting... No? Did I just
He
imagine
did that a long time ago when I first moved in with you.
Okay.
Because I had lost my job.
That's right. Right.
He asked me, hey, I'm getting calls.
That's right. I'm confusing it with that.
Do you need me to cover it? And I said, I ain't going to lie. If you'd be willing to cover it this month, fucking, I can get you back. And he just said, don't worry about it.
Well, I remember when you got the email was when we were at the Les Claypool concert.
Yeah.
Because you tagged me and I'm like, we will celebrate afterwards. I remember because I was like...
I couldn't fucking believe it.
Yeah, I couldn't either. Like, because I knew... When you said it, I'm like, this is a huge thing and I need to react to it appropriately.
Because at the time, we were not even sure if it was real.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't gotten confirmation about the dates or anything yet at that point.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the fuck? Was this an error?
Yeah.
Did he pay it off?
Yeah.
And there was still speculation, but yeah, we were like super fucking excited about it because just having this big fat bill off my neck. But then I did get worried. I was like, did he take me to court over it or something?
Yeah.
I had a moment. But then I got the fucking, you
got all the stuff and it was
got all
good.
the shit, got the check and everything. Well, then I move up here to Chicago. And for anyone who knows anything about Chicago, we have good public transportation out here.
Yep.
And even if we didn't, everything is walkable in my area. I can walk literally anywhere. I can walk to Aldi's if I fucking wanted to. I even have a little cart thing that I could bring with me if I wanted to. It'd be a pain in the ass to take that all the way to Aldi's, but I could do it. Everything is within walking distance. Like, bike lanes are everywhere. I can get around. So I'm like, fuck my car. I hate driving. I'm not a good person when I drive. I'm not. I can admit this. I'm willing to admit this about myself. I become a bad person. And I don't mean like I'm cutting in and out of people. I just mean the second anyone does anything to me, I get so like righteously angry. You would think that someone shot my parent in front of me. Like
if you cared about your parents.
Yeah, if I care. Well, yeah.
If your dad. You would
shot
care.
my cat in front of me. Well, I don't have a cat anymore. Shot you in front of me. No offense. Not to use you in this way, but
No,
if someone were to like stab Lou or shoot Lou, I would be very upset.
Yes.
I would turn into Batman, but a bad version because I'm not a billionaire and I have no superpowers.
So the Joker.
Yes.
Batman doesn't have superpowers.
No, but he can afford superpowers. He's rich. When you're a billionaire, you can pay for superpowers basically.
He does pay for equipment to make him look magical.
Yeah, and he hires a black man to do all his work for him. To be fair, in the comics, Batman is a genius. I want to be clear. Like he actually is smart. But Lucius Fox.
In the Nolan universe, though.
I feel like he's been adopted into the comics at this point, but I don't know if he was a comic character beforehand. I don't know enough about Batman. Comment below.
Yeah.
But so I go to sell this fucking car. And at this point, I'm like, it's in my name.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for the title. Because this car is in my name. Well, I get the title, and Ziggy's name's on it. But then I read online that, hey, no, that might be fine. Because sometimes the co-signer's name, when you go with CarMax, can show up on the title. But when you get the real title, his name will be off of it.
Yeah.
So it's not the case.
Damn it.
I go to get I'm just burying the lead here. Like, or not going to bury the lead here. Like, just fucking... Yeah, I go to the goddamn DMV to get this shit all resolved.
Yep.
And I asked them, is his name going to be on my fucking title?
Yeah.
Because he's a co-signer. And they said, no, he's a co-owner.
Oh, God.
And I was like, excuse the fuck out of me. Could you repeat that? I think I did ask her to repeat it because I like froze. And I was like, ma'am, could you please repeat what you just said to me? And she like looked like haunted for a second. Like she's like, it says they're the co-owner. And I just stared for a good long minute. And I was like, that's funny. And I was like, because I was led to believe he was the co-signer, not the co-owner. And I'm like, you're saying he is the co-owner. That's what it says in the paperwork. And she goes, yes. And I was like, thank you very much, ma'am.
Yep.
I very much appreciate you. I hope you have a good day. She goes, are you okay? And I said, no.
Yeah, no, I've done it many times to a customer service
But I'm like, but I really appreciate your help. You've been very friendly and helpful today. Thank you so much.
None of this is your fault. I'm going to walk away now and go have an epic meltdown in my car.
I did have a fucking meltdown in my car. And I think I binged eat right after, and I hadn't binged eaten like a while there. I haven't binged eat since living out here, by the way. Not working, I'm sure, is a big factor in that.
Yeah.
Not having a normal job, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have, as of right now, I have been binge free for a while. I'm very happy about that.
But there was this meltdown earlier in the...
Yes, meltdown. Sorry that I cut into the whole... Yes.
Earlier in the year, there was a meltdown.
There was a bad meltdown. I think I told you about it. I was very fucking upset.
Yep.
I couldn't tell if he fucked me or not. Did he trick me? And I was like, no. As much as I want to be like, Ziggy fucking this evil maniacal bastard.
Yeah.
He's too fucking lazy for shit like that, dog. He's too lazy to be maniacal.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't even think about it. He's just not.
Well, my thing is, if he paid the car off, he didn't want to deal with me either.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, all right, well, I got to get this son of a bitch
off the title. And
I could, in theory, just forge a signature, but I don't want to do it like that because if he finds out about it, he might be petty enough to take me to court.
On recording.
Yeah. So I did not forge. I want to be clear. I did not forge a signature, but I did think about it. I will not lie. I definitely fucking thought about it.
Allegedly.
Not even allegedly. Like, I didn't do anything, so it's fine for me to say that I had the thought because we all have intrusive thoughts. It doesn't mean that we act on them, and I did not, and I would not have acted on this. But the thought did pop in my head because of how tired I was of dealing with this motherfucker at that point. I imagine anyone who's ever had an abusive partner or friend also has had this thought of, I would literally rather break the fucking law than deal with this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So
but instead, you dealt with the motherfucker.
I dealt with the motherfucker. So I reach out to Trevor because at this point, Ziggy's number's blocked, and I don't feel like unblocking it.
Yeah.
I tell Trevor the situation, and I'm like, hey, can you please reach out to Ziggy? I need to get this shit resolved. I don't want to fucking deal with this situation for a long period of time.
Yeah.
I reached out about this in like November, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Would have been right around the time I moved because I would have found out about the last week in October, right? As I moved, because I think is when I got it all dealt with, right?
Yeah, because when you were back in town, I think that was one of the things you were supposed to do.
Yeah, and I did. I went out and did. It's part of the reason fucking our week was so like cut short because I was at the DMV for a little bit dealing with that.
Yeah.
And then I had a fucking meltdown and had to go sob somewhere and I think get an Emo's Pizza probably. Knowing me. Who fucking knows? Sandwich, but probably King of the Hill. Oh, love King of the Hills. I miss you, King of the Hill sandwich. So, yeah. I reached out to Trevor. This is in November. Lou, when the fuck did I get the title even? Was it like fucking April?
Yeah, I think so. March or April.
March,
yeah.
April. I sent this title to him.
Before Christmas, I think.
Before Christmas. Like, when I told Trevor about it, I think I'd already, like, I was sending it out. I might have drug it out to January, to be fair. I might have waited until after Christmas because I think I was worried about sending it.
Because of the holiday mail?
Yeah, but I sent it at the beginning of January.
Okay.
I let him know and everything, and I think we even paid for, like, the fucking, to make it get there quicker.
Yeah.
I didn't pay for the tracking, though, which I wish I would have fucking paid for that.
Yeah.
So I send it, and I tell Trevor, hey, have him please tell you, because he said he would do it. He said he'd sign the fucking title.
Yeah.
And I was like, please have him tell you when he gets the title so I know it made it there. What did I say when I sent it that I was worried about happening?
That him just holding it.
Yeah.
Like withholding the title.
To be petty.
Yep, to be petty.
And I remember Smiles was like, oh, he won't do that. And I was like, I don't know, man. He's a petty bitch.
Yep.
Like, Ziggy's not evil,
No.
but he's a petty asshole when he thinks he's been wronged. For whatever reason, even if he is absolutely incorrect, he will blame and go out of his way to be a petty bitch.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting, dude, for like, I give him like a month and a half. So like probably like March, maybe like mid-February,
yeah.
I reach out. And I was like, hey, can you please reach out to Ziggy and ask what's going on with the title? Nothing.
Did he get it?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Didn't get it yet. And I'm like,
what do you mean you didn't get it yet?
yeah, and I'm kind of like, about it at this point. But I'm like, all right, well, tell him to keep a fucking eye out. Could you ask him to please double check his mailbox and shit?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to be polite. I'm really trying to not
give in.
Yeah.
To your petty instincts.
To my petty instincts.
Yeah.
But he makes it hard. So another month goes by. Nothing. At this point, I'm getting fucking heated. And finally, I do my taxes and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like that would probably be mid to late March.
Yeah.
And I finally reach out and I'm like, hey, where the fuck is my title? To Trevor, mind you. I was like, can you ask him where it is? And Trevor goes, he says it's still not here as of today. And I said, cool. Then tell him this. I'm sending Smiles up there. I'm going to fucking reorder the title. It's going to take about a month and a half. Then I'm coming up there with Smiles. Smiles is going to drive out to his fucking dad's house, and he's going to fucking sign it right then and there. Because clearly, something's wrong with the mail.
Yeah.
So
mail's ineffectual.
Tell him that he's going to have to set some time aside out of his day to meet up with us. Otherwise, I will have to take this through a lawyer and force him to sign it. Wouldn't you know it? It came in that day.
It magically arrived.
It just happened to show up. And I...
Did you look at Smiles and then play the Curb Your Enthusiasm song?
I fucking... At least in my head, I fucking did. I looked at the camera like it was a fucking sitcom. I was so... You know how you feel when something bad that you thought was going to happen happens?
Yeah.
And you have that feeling of like, I'm justified, but also I didn't want to be fucking justified about this.
Yeah, it's like this feeling of it's, I was right. God damn it.
Yes, it's this rotten feeling, this rotten, like, yay.
Yeah.
I was correct. On one hand, I'm elated that I was, in fact, my instincts are right. On the other hand, I didn't want to be fucking right. No, he's a piece of shit.
Yep.
So he will never listen to this. But if you did, fuck you, Ziggy. Like, I know why you did it. I know you did it. You're a petty asshole. You should have been a fucking adult. After everything you put me through, motherfucker, you should have been a fucking adult and just signed the fucking sheet and sent it to me immediately.
Yeah.
I sent a stamp with him, an additional envelope. It was signed. He didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
He literally didn't have to do shit but pop it in there after signing the fucking form that we literally put stickers on and said, please sign here.
Yeah.
So it's like fucking told him.
Can't be any more clear.
Yeah, we step by step for his lazy ass, and he still fucking decided to sit on it for like 3 fucking months just to be an asshole.
Yep.
So fuck you, Ziggy. I'm glad I will never have to deal with your ass ever the fuck again. There's never going to be a reason I gotta deal with you again. I will not be at your funeral. You won't invite me, so that's fine. But yeah, fuck you. I don't like you. Goodbye. Or excuse me, the Jim Cornette. Thank you. Fuck you. Goodbye. So that's that story. Y'all. I hope you enjoyed.
So you got the new title. You do have a new title now.
I have a new title. It's now in Trevor's name. Jesus Christ, Smile's name.
Yes.
Got it all signed over, but the car sat so fucking long because it would be sold right now.
Yeah.
The car fucking sat so long because it was not legal, and I was waiting for the title so I could get it all fucking
plated and all
plated
that.
and shit in Illinois because you need to plate it in the state. You know that the battery is completely dead.
Yeah.
And if I sat and charged it long enough, sure. But at this point, it ain't like it's going to last forever. I mean, if I could get a charge in it just to sell it, I fucking would. But
better just to get a new battery.
Yeah, they're like $150. Worst case scenario, I may have to also get it like the oil changed.
Yeah,
because it's been sitting for a
Sure.
while. Outside of that, like the calipers and shit need changing, but CarMax can do that. It costs like $500.
Yeah.
Give me my 4K, you motherfuckers, as much as you're charging for used cars right now.
Yeah.
I know they're paying extra for used cars because they're trying to stock up ahead of time because of the tariffs and shit. So, but yeah, that was the title fight. It was It was a bit of a cancer. But you know what was also a cancer, Lou?
What was that?
I'm just gonna segue right into it. You find me segue?
Oh yeah, please do. Speaking of title matches,
WrestleMania,
title problems,
which is also in April. Funny enough.
Bum 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 bum.
So I finally got the title resolved, and I'm very happy. I'm feeling good. Despite so many wrong things happening around this time.
Yeah.
I was very happy. I was feeling good. WrestleMania's coming up. It's on April. It's 420, right? I'm so fucked.
I remember
419, 420. Oh my God. I'm into WWE at this point, so I'm really excited. And I'm not digging their politics, and some of their writing's getting kind of bad at this point, but I'm holding out hope.
Yeah.
Holding out hope that it's still gonna fucking be good. WrestleMania's gonna be great, and I'm gonna feel good. And I needed this WrestleMania at this time. I really did after the title fight and
This
shit.
was your chocolate and cheese show.
Yeah.
You needed this.
I really needed this.
After life just kept shitting directly in your mouth, you needed this big thing.
I needed this W. Elon Musk hadn't left the government yet. I know. I'm sorry. But fucking, that was a W that we got in the summer or whenever the fuck that happened. I think May. That would be May, actually. It'd be the following month. So there wasn't a lot of W's. A lot of L's. Just in general, on a personal standpoint, and just a fucking worldwide standpoint.
Life was.
It was tough. It's me and Smiles. We're both going to watch it. We're going to sit in the living room. Dude, I make food. Like, when I say I make food, I mean, like, I went and cooked shit up.
Yep.
Like, made special food just for this. I'm going to make buffalo chicken dip and, like, fucking, like, homemade pizza and, like, a bunch of shit. I'm so excited. It was really bad. It wasn't just bad. Have you ever had a play or some kind of event that your parents said they were going to come to, and you're looking out in the audience and you realize they're not fucking there? That is kind of how it felt a little bit. I'm not going to lie, because I've been in that circumstance before, and that is like a low blow. That is just like all the wind has been punched out of me.
Yeah.
I was looking so forward to this, and now I've just the biggest disappointment that could happen has happened. And I know this is silly because I'm talking about fucking WrestleMania. But once again, dog, I was on a thread at this point. Like, I needed this shit.
Adrian, I know exactly how you feel.
You know.
I know exactly how you feel.
Because you went through this not too fucking long before this all.
About 6 months before.
Yeah. So you were very sympathetic towards the situation. You were very like, I'm very sorry this happened.
Yes.
Because I felt silly being so upset, but it's just like, I don't even want to get into why it was bad. Because it was just bad. It was corporate as shit. They had fucking ads over everything. Like, dog, they have ads on the fucking ring canvas now, which, as bad as Vince McMahon is, and he's an evil piece of shit, that was something he would not budge on. He was really big on the ring must be clean, and we need to keep ticket prices low for families. All that shit's gone out the window. Their prices are ridiculous. I think for WrestleMania tickets, like, the big seats were like $30K.
That's ridiculous.
They're more expensive now. Next year's going to be like $60K.
That's more than like a Super Bowl ticket.
Yes. It is becoming something only rich people can afford to go to.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Yes, wrestling is a blue-collar thing, by the way.
Yeah, why? Rich people, get out of here.
Yeah. And not to say that there aren't rich people who enjoy it, but like they're usually like rap stars or like football players. They're not like the rich elite is what I'm saying. Like
the Michael Eisners of the world are probably not going to WrestleMania.
No, probably not. You got like Jelly Roll, the MAGA country music star.
Rapper. country music.
I don't even know if
rapper.
MAGA is the right word for him. I think he is just whatever gets him money.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I got from him.
It's most MAGAs though.
That's honestly
Most
most.
MAGA
All
first.
grifty.
Yeah.
But it just, dude, it's like Travis Scott was there. We were expecting The Rock to be there to fulfill an angle that he set up months prior. He just didn't show up. He just couldn't be fucking bothered. Travis Scott instead shows up. Who's Travis Scott, Adrian? There you go.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
A MAGA rapper.
Oh, okay.
A MAGA rapper. A MAGA rapper, excuse me. Which, using those words together, that's why my mouth fucked up, because they don't sound right together. Because rap, much like punk rock, is supposed to be anti-authoritarian and like, anti-establishment. Meanwhile, Ice Cube and like Snoop Dogg are like, we love Donald Trump, and I'm like, man, y'all are some bitches. Y'all some fucking broke ass bitches, and I don't mean money, I mean morals. Fuck you, two cunts.
But so
I'm sorry. I know I said we weren't gonna be fucking political.
I know,
sorry.
you're
I'm
being
so
naughty.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
WrestleMania bad.
It's because it's so associated with the administration, because they did this whole Maha thing with them and shit. So I intrinsically can't unlink the two.
Yeah.
It's so hard. And all of the celebrities they bring out, they brought out that fat comedian asshole, Brett, whatever his name is, who wears like shirtless. Do you know who I'm talking about? I'm going to show you a picture of this motherfucker.
Okay.
He's a Joe Rogan dude.
Oh, you're talking about Brendan Schwab?
No, Brett Kirschner.
Oh, okay.
He's some fucking loser
I think I know who
comedian.
you're talking about.
Yeah, his bit is he gets shirtless and he's fat.
Is his name Gibby? And is he on iCarly?
Hey, can I be honest with you? He kind of looks like if Gibby went down a dark path. He does kind of look like if Gibby just got like, he took all the abuse he got from Carly and fucking Sam as like, women are terrible and I fucking hate women now and now I'm gonna be Maha. You know, like fucking like that's that's what he kind of looks like.
Okay.
But so yeah, I apologize, everyone. I did not mean to even just bring any of this shit up. It's so difficult sometimes. So yeah, WrestleMania sucked, and I'll get into it later because there is a part 2 to this.
Yeah.
But it devastated me to the point, between this and like the wrestling game I was playing, it's just broken.
Yeah.
I paid for this wrestling game around the same time, and when the game first released, it was perfect, and then through updates they just broke it, and it's still broken. Like, special guest referee mode can't be done in custom arenas anymore. Bloodline rules matches don't work with custom characters. The fucking actual creation suite's garbage now. They just fucked everything up that was for players like me. Like, the whole reason I played the game is because I like creating my own like shit, playing universe mode. Broke all of it.
Oh my god.
It just, so like around the same time that shit's happening, that's happening, and it soured me completely to wrestling, and I was left really depressed about it for like a good like 2 weeks, I'd say, probably longer.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So
I have not purchased a single Ween pin since they canceled that chocolate and cheese show. One, I'm broke all the time, but 2, it's just like, well, actually, no. 2 is that my mail never fucking makes it to me.
Yeah.
3,
honestly.
I can't.
Yeah, you can't.
It just feels. I like don't even want to acknowledge. Like, I listen to Ween all the time, every day. But to acknowledge any of the extra stuff makes me, I have to interact with the community, and all I want to do is still scream about it, even though it's been over a year.
Yeah. I feel that way about WrestleMania. I haven't watched WWE since then.
Yep.
I jumped out of the product right after that. I think we hopped in to just peek out SummerSlam. I think we did check out SummerSlam. And SummerSlam was worse than WrestleMania. And that would basically, we stopped watching it weekly after WrestleMania, but it's like, we'll check out this PLE and we'll see how it is.
Yeah.
We'll see if they've gotten any better. And they had not. They had gotten worse somehow. But Lou, around the same time, like around probably a little bit after this, actually, you know,
I went on an adventure. I went on a whirlwind of an adventure.
You did. Whirlwind describes it well, I think.
I took a leap. I took a chance. I took a shot on an insane thing to do. I met someone through the Ween subreddit. We agreed, after talking for a few weeks, that we would meet up here in Chicago, the great state of Chicago.
The great state of Chicago. Fucking people in Southern Illinois are just like, God damn it.
And things got smooth.
They did get very smooth.
They got
Why don't you tell
smooth.
us about this smoothness, Lou?
We didn't go to the show. We met up to go see a show, but we didn't make it to the show.
Yeah, you went to, it was like a Ween cover band?
It was a Ween cover band.
Yeah, you came up here, you stayed with me, and
Yeah.
like, I think Saturday you guys were supposed to go to the show.
And then
You did not go to the show.
we did not go to the show.
You texted me, like, the show was supposed to be at like 5 or something. You texted me like 1. You're like, we're not going to the show.
It wasn't that dramatic.
No,
The
I don't think
like
it was
7.
that bad, but you did text me.
The show was at 7, and I think I texted you not long ago, like, we're not going.
Yeah.
We're not going. Dude, it was hard. Like, we're like, dude, Walmart closes at 10. It's like 9:35. Like, we have to get food. Because,
Yeah.
like, we're trying to do stuff, but I have not eaten all day, and I'm so anxious that I'm, like, almost vomiting. It's just, it was an adventure.
It does sound like it was a big adventure. And that was your first weekend in Chicago, wasn't
Yeah, it
it?
was. It was my first time. Yeah.
You lost your fucking hat.
I did lose my hat. I guess I should just talk about that first because while I was off not going to a Ween cover band because I had a Ween in my mouth, you were busy here.
I was. Was that the No Kings?
No, that was your Mother's Day party.
Oh, shit, that's right. I don't know why. I think No Kings was shortly after
It was
that.
in June.
God,
It's like a month later.
Man, I get all the things confused,
You do.
man.
But no, you texted me because I stayed with him 2 nights.
You did?
Yeah. And I think this was the second night, wasn't it?
It would have been Saturday, actually.
Okay. My bad.
Or no, did you stay Sunday?
I stayed with him Saturday night and Sunday night, and he left Monday.
That's right, because you came back after, like you came for a little bit on Sunday, and then you went back later.
Yes, correct, yeah.
That's right, because we hung out, I think.
Yes,
for a bit
I don't
Sunday.
remember what we did exactly, but we were doing something. Oh, we went to go walk the Chicago River walk with Smiles
Went
and
to
stuff.
Navy Pier and stuff.
Yeah,
That might
it
have
was a
been
lot
Friday
of
when we
fun.
went to
Yeah,
Navy
that was a
Pier.
lot of fun. No, you had some stuff going on here while I was off doing things.
I did. So we have an Airbnb below us. First off, I hate Airbnb. I used to think it was fine because I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand how it worked. I just assumed it was people letting people, share in their homes or whatever the fuck. I didn't realize that a bunch of companies just buy up a bunch of properties.
Yep.
And to be fair, that's not the case with this one. So it is a little bit better in that sense. The dude who runs it is a nice guy. He is in constant communication with us. I don't want to make this out to be like this is a criticism of him.
Yeah.
But I fucking hate Airbnb. I
Yeah.
don't think it should exist. We have a housing crisis, and as long as we have a fucking housing crisis in this goddamn country, Airbnb should not be allowed.
Yep.
Or people who have Airbnb should be taxed to fucking oblivion and back, so they're disincentivized on doing it. I would also advocate for that. But, so normally it's not a problem, I'll say. Normally it's just families looking to enjoy Chicago, the beautiful state of Chicago, of course.
Yeah, it's a beautiful state of Chicago.
We live really close to the downtown area of the city. You can get here, you can basically get to downtown from here via train in 20 minutes, basically, via the L. And even if you're driving, 20, 30, depending on traffic. So it's a pretty great location if you want to go into the city, but you don't want to fully pay downtown prices.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of on the outskirts of, technically we are, but we're not. And I'm not going to say where, but we're both in Chicago and not in Chicago.
Yeah.
If you walk a few feet, you're technically in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's very much like Kansas City, the border
Yeah.
between Missouri and Kansas City where we stayed, where it's
Yep.
technically you are on the outside of the Missouri
Yep.
border by a stone's throw.
Yep.
So it's normally fine. They're usually gone most of the day. Occasionally, you have some people who are playing some music, but they kind of chill out around 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
We had some wine moms one time, and they were kind of fucking getting a little crunk downstairs, as it were, as the kids don't say, and haven't for a long time. And that was fucking annoying.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was.
It wasn't this Mother's Day.
No,
event,
they chilled the fuck out after 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we have a noise ordinance in this city. 11 o'clock, shut the fuck up. That's kind of the rule. Shut the fuck up at 11.
Says it everywhere. Big billboards.
Big billboards, shut the fuck up. That's how you can know where I'm at. Just look for the big billboards. That definitely exist.
Yep, that say shut the fuck up
They
at
say
11
shut
o'clock.
the fuck up at 11 o'clock or else. So I got kind of spoiled by this because I was like, well, they're annoying, but at least it's not that bad. It's mostly annoying because I can't smoke out on the deck anymore because fucking,
Yeah.
that's not that big of a deal. What is a big deal is the guy who runs it said, what if I tried to do a no sleepover event where it's just a 1-day event and then they leave the same day. Same day event, I guess it'd be called.
Okay.
I didn't know this was a thing you could do at Airbnb.
Yeah, that seems weird.
Yeah, it seems terrible if it's in a residential area, you know? Because why would those people be incentivized to give a fuck about anyone around them? You see where this story is probably going.
Yeah, that's such a weird...
He messages us like that day, so it would have been Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hey, there's going to be a Mother's Day event tonight. And dude, he texts us like fucking like 5, 6 o'clock. So I was just like, oh, fucking Mother's Day is
yeah,
like...
because I left here around 5 and you didn't...
No.
You weren't supposed to be having anybody. We talked about it. You're like, I don't think we have anybody. We haven't seen anybody all weekend, so...
And then fucking, we get the text message. And the one thing I will say about him is he can be bad about texting us sometimes.
Yeah, letting you know.
Yeah, I don't know if he manages other properties, so I don't want to, like, assume that he might just kind of get lost in the sauce. He's usually pretty good about it.
Yeah.
But he's just like, yeah, there's going to be an event. They're going to leave same day. And I'm like, I don't like that. But I'm like, whatever. It'll probably be fine. Don't be pessimistic, Adrian. All night long. All fucking night long. When I say all night long, I mean well into 2:30 in the fucking morning night long.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are downstairs blaring bass music, out on the fucking deck, partying, making a lot of noise, screaming, and I'm getting fucking pissed off. The longer I'm sitting here...
It made you second guess women's suffrage.
Yes.
That's how annoying they were.
Yeah. And to be fair, like, men's suffrage too, honestly. No one should get rights.
No rights.
No rights except for the non-binaries and agenders. We're
That's
the
right.
only
We're the
only
rights.
class of people that frankly deserve
only 0.4% of the population has rights.
We're the only ones who hasn't fucked it up. We haven't fucked the bag up yet. Y'all have. In America, the non-binaries and the autistics need to run this shit because the rest of y'all doing bad. All right? That's just how it is. I'm sorry. You had your shot. To the mines you go. So... No, we'll have hospitality jobs. It's fun. We need hospitality workers and stuff too. Our factory's got to stay open.
I like the idea of like a horror movie where autistic people take over, and it's like Get Out. Like we brain all the allistic people into being like our service worker slave.
Yes. Society will run incredibly efficiently for a very small class of people.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would never actually.
No.
That's awful.
But
I was like, I said science fiction story. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I was just fucking being ridiculous, taking it to the most extreme conclusion.
We're taking it to the streets, the imaginary streets in Minecraft.
I don't even know where that's from, but I love that.
Taking it to the streets. I don't know if it's like from a song or a musical. I don't fucking
Imaginary
know.
streets of Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. So yeah, these motherfuckers, dude, they're partying all night long, and I'm trying to ignore them, but I can feel the bass in my feet.
Ugh.
And keep in mind, our apartment is really well insulated. We can't ever hear the people below us, and they can't hear us unless the child is over and she is like stomping.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen that often. They don't even hear her when she's running, apparently. And I can hear her when she's running, so I'm always worried. But you can't really hear anyone unless they're literally stomping on the ground. You can't.
Yeah.
So the fact that I can hear them is very much bothering me. The fact that I can feel them is bothering me even more.
Yeah.
And I'm trying, man. I'm trying so hard to just be patient. I'm like, it'll end eventually.
Cool.
It'll end. It'll end. Surely it'll end at 11. Surely it'll end at 12. Surely it'll end at 1. 1:30 for sure. And at one point, I woke up smiles. And I was like, I'm getting real fucking mad about this shit. I'm like, you need to fucking text Jay. And at that point, it seemed like it petered out.
That's good.
It's like they heard me. And Smiles is like, listening. And he's like, do you still want me to? And I was like, if they fucking wrapped it up and they're gone, then no, it's fine. It's whatever. I'll just say something to Jay if I see him next time. Like, hey, don't ever do something like this again, please. So I go back from the office to go wind back down finally because now I can calm down.
Yeah.
The fucking music starts back up. I'm not joking. It's just like I swear to God, they waited and then kicked it back on. And man, I fucking I didn't like stomp, but I did do one sharp.
Yeah.
Because I got mad.
Oh yeah.
And it's 2:30 in the morning at this point.
That's ridiculous.
And these motherfuckers had the audacity to on the ceiling. And it took everything in me to not walk downstairs, to shatter the glass door out back, and to murder everyone inside this apartment.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft, of course. I've become very patient.
We got the kid, you know.
I got
Kids around.
The kid will do that to you, I guess. Yeah. I've become very patient because had this been in St. Charles,
end times,
I might have beat on the fucking door and been like, "Hey, motherfucker,
yeah,
we can handle this the easy way or the fucking hard way, and I'd prefer to handle this the easy way with you being a fucking respectful human. But if you ain't gonna be, we're gonna handle this the hard way. How's that? Well, I'm a pussy, so I'm gonna call the cops. But like, back when I had testosterone, I would have fought a motherfucker. But I don't have that anymore, so we don't fight people anymore. We get mad and call the cops now. No, I'm joking. Oh,
it's 4:20.
4:20. God damn. But yeah, man. Eventually, they did wrap up. It was probably around 3:00 when they finally wrapped up. I didn't kill anyone. I think after that, they wrapped up immediately, pretty much. I think whoever rented the Airbnb probably said, "Hey, dumbass, what are you doing?"
Yeah, probably.
Because they wrapped up. Because I didn't even like scream it or anything, but I did say, "All right, motherfucker, I guess I'll be calling the goddamn cops then." So I don't know if they heard me. I don't think they did. Not with all the music and shit,
no,
but maybe they felt me through the force.
They felt like your vibes.
I was looking the number up. I was quite literally, and I was going to call the cops and say, "There's a ruckus going on downstairs. Loud music and screaming.
There's a ruckus.
I think something might be happening. I'll give you the door code to get in here." Because I buzzed the cops through in a heartbeat for that one.
For that shit, yeah.
Yeah. It's the one time I'm like, I'm fine with the police doing their jobs as long as they don't, do it correctly, obviously. If they fucking escalated it to a stupid degree, I'd be not okay with that. But, yeah. Luckily, follow up to the story, we were taking the kid out the following weekend. And Jay was outside. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" And I'm like, "Oh, God, he knows I'm smoking pot." And I'm like, fuck, because I'm high. Because we were about to go grocery shop, so of course I'm high.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, "Hey, Jay, what's up?" Luckily I'm good at.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I just wanted to apologize," and I was like, because at this point I'd be like, "What?" Like, for what? Because I'm not used to fucking landlords apologizing.
Yeah.
And technically, I guess he's not my landlord. He's just the guy who's renting out the thing and Airbnb in it.
Yeah.
But he was just like, "I just want to apologize. I'm never doing an event like that ever the fuck again." He had seen them through the cameras, I guess, and saw the fuck that they, saw what was happening.
Oh, wow.
And he felt horrible because he kind of needs to have a good relationship with me and Smiles because we rent the top apartment.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we could cause quite a bit of an issue for him downstairs.
Yeah.
And we've been leased up for another year at this point. I think this was right around the time we had basically re-signed the lease.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Luckily, it hasn't happened since.
That's good.
I will give him credit. Credit where credit's due. It was not his fault, but I almost went to jail that night. Dude, as soon as they were back at me, I was like,
Yep, yeah. Yeah, as soon as...
Because I just did one, and it was, at this point, hours.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but if I had been partying and it's 2:30 and someone went, boom, I'm going to be, "Hey, I'll wrap it up. Sorry.
Yep.
Apologies.
Yep.
I pissed them off. I feel bad." But
yeah.
nope, no self-awareness from whoever thought I'm going to fucking hit the goddamn ceiling with my hand.
Yeah, like, I blast music a lot, and I always think in my head, I'm like, I'll first be like, "God, I hope it's not too loud." I'm like, "God, if it is, I hope someone calls the cops so someone can tell me."
Yes.
Because, like, I don't like dealing with the police either. I don't want the cops to be calling me. But if I'm being obnoxious...
I want to know.
Yes, so I can stop being obnoxious, please.
Yeah, and I can't expect my fucking neighbor to walk over because, unfortunately, nowadays...
I don't.
Yeah.
I would never expect someone...
Well, the thing is nowadays, like... Back in, like, the fucking 90s, I think you could have...
I know what I can talk about.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah. I
gotta talk about
that.
Got to. Okay.
You got to.
More on that later.
But yeah, no, they were fucks. I don't even like. I don't even know. I hate Airbnb because of it.
Yeah.
Airbnb is pretty annoying. Like it hasn't been too bad lately, but we're kind of moving into where it's getting colder, and so it's slowly but surely we're gonna start having less people because let's be honest. Who the fuck wants to come up here in the winter?
Yeah, I don't know anybody who's like, where I want to spend the winter? Chicago.
Maybe Canadians. Like fucking, I don't know, because it's colder in Canada. But fucking,
Well,
in parts of Canada. If you're from Vancouver, I can't imagine you'd want to fucking come down here.
No.
Vancouver's warmer, right?
I think so. I don't know enough
I might-
about Canada and Canada
Yeah,
weather.
I might
don't
be
want to
thinking
speak
of
on Canada
might be
weather.
thinking of Ottawa, but I feel like Ottawa's cold.
Ottawa's like in the middle of the country.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. See, I'm bad at Canada. Sorry, Canadian listeners. I know we do have a few of you. I apologize.
You know about how there are no rats in Alberta, right?
Yes, they
That's
got rid of
crazy.
all the rats.
That's crazy.
There's
Well,
no rats in northern parts of the United States too.
There's not no rats though. There are fewer. No, I gotta send you an Alberta no rats
You have to
video.
send me that.
Because like when I tell you, not only are there no rats, there have never been rats.
Why?
Because
Because it's cold.
Because Alberta said no fucking rats in Alberta. I am not fucking kidding. We'll watch that before we
And the
watch
rats
the
are just like, no, we're not going to Alberta.
They have a rat watch squad on the border and have. Since rats came to Canada,
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
They
A
have
rat
a
watch squad.
They have a rat watch squad where you are to shoot rats on sight if you see them near. There's like it's like the what is the fucking what's that zone in between the DMZ?
Like the
DMZ,
DMZ,
yeah,
like,
it's
what the fuck?
It's a rat DMZ.
Why have I
zone.
not heard about this?
I swore I sent you a video.
No,
on
I
that.
think you probably did, but I didn't think there was. I don't think I'd watched it yet, so I wasn't gonna take immediately that their solution was to hire a bunch of goons to kill
Adrian,
rats.
there are two places in the world that do not have rats: Antarctica and Alberta. Those are the two places in this world where there are no fucking rats.
Alberta,
Rats
dude.
everywhere else. Alberta, no fucking rats.
Calgary, Alberta, Canada, baby. That's how we do. No rats up in this bitch. Also, I've learned recently how that works in Canada. It's Calgary, Alberta, Canada, because city, territory, country.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful.
Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Yeah. We don't really do that here in the States. Like, we kind of do, but I don't know, not usually. People just... here's the thing. Because we are the center of the world in Americans' eyes, like...
We don't have to put United States on our mail. We just know.
I'm not even, like, fucking joking about that. Like I am and I ain't. I more mean, like, when we address the area. Because, like, you talk to Canadians, they will say, oh, I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. But you talk to United States, oh, I'm from New Mexico. I'm from Mexico City, New Mexico.
So
I'm from New York.
So here's the thing. That is specifically, you got to think about that. That's a specific American thing.
It is.
Because, like, if you talk to anybody outside of the United States and you're like, oh, I'm from Albuquerque. Okay.
Fuck's Albuquerque.
Oh, it's in New Mexico.
Well, when
Where
I
the
was
fuck's New
when I
Mexico?
was
Like,
younger,
you know what I
I
mean?
remember
Like-
telling someone from like the UK, I'm from St. Louis, and he's like, "Is that near New York?"
Yeah, because like people don't know.
No, and especially back then because this was like the early 2000s.
Pre Google Maps.
Yeah, so a lot of people didn't really like. I think nowadays more people probably know. Now there's like geography games that people play on stream and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I think more people
also,
are aware.
Google Maps.
And Google Maps.
Sometimes I just look at Google Maps for fun.
I don't trust Google Maps ever since the fucking Gulf of America shit. Now we just gonna be naming shit whatever. Or did they change that finally?
I mean, it's only been changed in America.
I hate that.
There's like an international body that you have to go through like steps. Like Congress and Mexico, like our Congress, then Mexicans Congress has to like agree because we both share the body of water.
Yeah, that's why I feel like Google should have just been like,
But-
no, it's Gulf of Mexico, bitch. I know. Listen, I'm speaking about a future that doesn't exist, like a reality that isn't there. It's where
All futures
corporations
don't
had
exist.
spines.
Adrian,
I meant the present.
I mean,
but I said
actually,
future.
I was gonna try to segue, but we're literally about to segue into. You went to your very first protest in Chicago,
I did.
and it was very fun
It was.
and chill.
It was.
And
Like
you met new people.
I did.
And you got more comfortable with the community.
I did. It gave me some hope in the community because, fucking, you know, like I wasn't even in Chicago proper. I was just in our area outside of Chicago.
Yeah.
Thousands of people showed up. I was really fucking surprised how many people showed up to here. And like obviously they did downtown Chicago protests like took tens of thousands.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot. And keep in mind, mainstream media ain't covering it, but like Chicago's been in protests pretty much since the start of this shit. Like we've constantly been protesting.
There's a protest somewhere.
Yeah.
Even Missouri's having that stuff go
Yeah,
down. So
they're not talking about it, but if you look online, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's good. It's a good thing to see. It warms the heart to know one is not alone and not being fucking crazy. Let me put it that way. We'll keep it like that. Sometimes I feel crazy because I feel like I'm the only sane person.
Yeah.
So like it's nice to be like, oh, other people are also sane.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you had fun at the protest.
Yeah, it was
You
good.
know.
Like I wish I could say more about it. I recommend though looking up No Kings. We're about to have another big one all
Yeah.
across the country.
Yeah, just look up like local protests, meet some people,
Meet some people,
chill
be
out,
a part of your community, and you'll feel
get some
good.
snacks.
Yeah. It's good to be around your community and know. Dude, people in my community were literally screaming Free Palestine. Like old people too. It was a good mix of like young, old, middle-aged.
Yeah.
That was what was so wild to me. Is like, where we come from, usually it's the young people at most who are progressive.
Yeah.
And the olds are not usually.
Yeah, usually not. The few I went to like earlier in the year.
Yeah. Seems like it's been growing in Missouri. I saw one where they literally took over the inside of the state capitol building.
You send me that. I didn't even know about that one.
I thought that was really cool. That's never been done before, apparently. That was the first ever time they actually were able to take the inside of the state capitol in Missouri. So that's a good sign.
It is. Adrian, I believe that in the summer, wrestling made a comeback for you.
We did. After the No Kings,
Yes.
unironically, after I was given a little hope.
It was a little bit of hopium. Sucked a little bit of hopium.
I started hearing about AEW All Out. Or is it All In? I think it was All In the summer. So we watched All Out yesterday.
Okay.
So it was All In Texas, I think.
Okay.
So AEW has a few big events they do every year. And for those who don't know what AEW is, it's All Elite Wrestling. It is the only big mainstream competitor to WWE. They've only been around about 6 years now. I think it will be 6 years in October, actually.
Okay.
So they haven't been around super long, but they have a really good, roster of wrestlers. I had kind of been turned off on them because of Jim Cornette, because he is an old man. And while I do appreciate his knowledge and his stories, when it comes to talking about modern wrestling, I've had to come to recognize that he is an old man screaming at the clouds. Just some of the shit that he talks about he doesn't like he'll talk about like, oh, it's so silly nowadays. Meanwhile, they used to do like fucking put you in a dress match or a crybaby match, which was putting you in a diaper and making you drink out of a bottle. They had weird gimmicks back in the day, man. Like 80s wrestling where he's from. They did a lot of stupid, weird-ass gimmick matches.
Really weird.
So it's like for him to be like, oh, this comedy and wrestling shit's so ridiculous. I'm like, okay, well, Jim, is it comedy and wrestling or just you don't like this type of comedy and wrestling? Because clearly you are fine with comedy and wrestling. And like I said, I love Jim Cornette. I do. I still like watching his videos, but I cannot watch his AEW coverage because it's just... There are so many content creators who get paid to just say negative shit about something that they wouldn't like anyway.
Yeah.
And it's like you were just choosing to just be shitty about it. Like it's just like, this isn't your thing. And you can criticize something. I'm not saying you can't criticize them, but like they just do it to hate it.
Yeah.
Like at a certain point, it's like you were just watching it to hate it.
Yeah.
And it's like, get your money, I guess, but like fucking, I'm not going to take your coverage that seriously. You're not really engaging with it as what it is.
Yeah.
You're wanting it to be something else entirely.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So, but I was turned off from it because of that and the whole CM Punk drama that I'm not going to go into, where he was a part of AEW and then there was some fights backstage and then he moved to WWE.
Oh.
So after my big, massive disappointment, I was ready to give up on wrestling. But then I started seeing people talk about this All Out in Texas, All In Texas. God, I'm gonna get the two confused so much because they're so similar. This All In Texas, and I'm like, man, I don't know. Like maybe let me see what it looks like. Where is it at? And I was initially kind of about it because it was a $50 pay-per-view because they still do a pay-per-view model, which a lot of people don't anymore. Which I think that will change eventually. It seems like they're moving everything over to HBO Max. But I was kind of about it, and I was like, maybe I'll see if there's a place I can go watch it.
Yeah.
Like I can go up somewhere to watch it. And there was. I could go to Dave & Buster's, but I'm like, fuck, that'll cost me more than spending the $50 to fuck, because you have to eat and other shit. So I was kind of and then Smiles was like, it's $50 fucking dollars. I'm just going to buy it. It's whatever. It's fine. And I was like, no, I want to be miserable. And so he ended up buying it.
Yeah.
I'm just really weird about money because I have poor brains. So it's like $50
no, for sure.
is a lot to me. To him, it's like, it's $50 fucking dollars.
Yeah, no. But you're watching it, enjoying it.
So, yeah, we end up putting it on. And it was fucking incredible. Like, we watched a couple things leading up to it to kind of give us an idea of who these wrestlers were and what the stories were going into it. AEW community, big shout out. I love them. Mm-hmm. They are fantastic. They're really welcoming. WWE is very... I don't want to say all of their fans are conservative because that's not fair. But the company is very conservative. And their product is very conservative. I was telling you earlier, just last night, they had 2 of their wrestlers shilling for a company that is vowing to protect you from 5G radiation.
Yeah.
Which we all know is bullshit, by
Yeah.
the way. It's a right-wing grifty fucking ad that they put on their platform. And that's my issue. That's a big issue I have with WWE on top of their product being shit. Is they have leaned really far into, well, I guess this is the culture now, which I'm like, you are not paying attention.
Yeah.
So AEW is the exact opposite, dude. First off, one of their guys, like recently at an AEW event, was wearing a fucking Abolish ICE shirt.
Yeah.
Fucking, and Tony Khan, when asked about it, was like, okay. And they're allowed to have fucking opinions, and I welcome their opinions. I think it's what makes our platform great. Because UFC does that shit when it comes to being a bigot.
Yeah.
So Tony Khan's like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to do it when it comes to being a leftist, you fucking assholes. He's from Chicago, I think, so it explains a lot. When you're from Chicago, that attitude's just kind of built into you. I think St. Louis is similar, just not in the same way.
No.
The fight's there. It's usually about just any and all things as opposed to being focused and more principled.
Correct.
So I love the community. There's openly gay wrestlers where it was like, at one point it was actually like said out loud in a promo because this woman was trying to seduce this male wrestler named Anthony Bowens. And he's like, bitch, you're barking up the wrong tree. Have you seen my gear? I'm fucking gay. And just the way he said it was so fucking funny. And then everyone was chanting, he is gay. He is gay. Like, it's just like, I need to show you after all this.
He is gay.
It's an AEW Fight Forever stream that they did on Games Done Quick. Do you know what Games Done Quick is? It's a speed running event they do every year, and they raise a shit ton of money. I think they do it multiple times during the year, actually.
Okay.
And it's really wholesome. It's wonderful. And I just need to show it to you because you will get what I mean about the community of AEW. And just the gaming community in that area anyway. You see a lot of shit that gives you reason to believe that these groups of people are not progressive and that they're not very welcoming. They're very like, oh, like this is a right-wing thing.
Yeah.
And then you realize that isn't the case, and it feels really good to know that, especially as a trans person. Where it's like when I watch WWE, I am not going to see myself represented in WWE. It's not going to happen.
No.
There is a trans woman wrestler. Fucking God, I wish I could remember her name right now. I haven't gotten to see her wrestle yet because she's been out for a little bit.
Okay.
I think she got injured, so she's been out for a little bit. But people love her. She's fantastic. She's a heel, and she's wonderful. And there's a non-binary wrestler named Speedball Mike Bailey, he, they pronouns, and he's fucking awesome, little twink boy, with fucking like a. Dude, what is it with non-binary people into fucking mullets?
I don't know. It seems like a nondescript gender. Haircut.
I'm not even mad about it.
It's short, but it's long.
Yeah, I'm like, huh, because I've been seeing a lot of non-binary people rocking it, and I'm just like, I can appreciate it. I don't think I would ever rock one, but like I can appreciate that y'all are rocking one.
Yeah.
But so we watched the event. I'm sorry, I'm like,
no, you're fine.
I'm very excited. You can hear the tone change. Yes. So I get kind of excited to go into it. I'm like, oh, maybe it'll be good. WWE tries to counter program it. You know what counter programming is, right?
Of course.
Okay. For those who don't know, it just means putting on an event at the same time as another event in order to try to lessen the chances of people watching that event.
Yeah.
They fucked up real bad doing that. Their events were terrible, and they weren't well thought out, and they were clearly done just to try to counter program. So they sucked. All In was well thought out. It had great stories. It had one story that had been building up for years of Hangman Adam Page taking on Jon Moxley, who had been running rampant across the fucking AEW brand for fucking I think 9 months or something like that at that point. Mm-hmm. He had kept the championship in a case so no one could see it, just so fans couldn't enjoy seeing the championship belt. Jon Moxley's a great heel. Fucking, he has a blood fetish that can kind of be a little much sometimes, but he's toned down that a little bit as time's gone on, I've noticed. But it was great, man. I don't even know what else to say. Like, I loved the zero. It was long. The shit, with everything, the 0 hour event was probably 7-8 hours.
Yeah.
It never felt that much, though. It never felt like it was that fucking long. Was never bored. I was never, because with WWE, man, there are so many times where I'm just on my phone. Or I'm fucking on the computer.
Yeah.
And, like, if I'm on my phone, it's one thing, because I can just, I can do this and still pay attention. If I'm on my computer, you've lost me. In WWE, sometimes I'll just get up multiple matches and go cook or piss or whatever, and I don't give a fuck. I didn't want to get up and piss. I didn't want to get up and cook. I didn't want to get up and do anything.
You held that piss.
Yeah. Last night was the same way. I purposely waited until it was a match where I wasn't as invested. It was still a decent match. I just wasn't as invested to get up and cook. And besides that, like, there was All Out last night. I watched another AEW pay-per-view. I should probably give you that context. Long story short, man, I don't even know what to say because I don't want to take up like 10 hours just going on and on about this, but it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It reignited my love of wrestling.
That's good.
It fucking gave me some hope. And people shit on AEW a lot, but to the people who have never checked it out and just hear the bad publicity, check it out. You can watch all of it on HBO Max. It literally has all the archives on HBO Max. You can watch Collision, which is Saturdays. You can watch Dynamite, which is Wednesdays. Although it looks like they're about to move one of their shows to Tuesdays to compete with WWE as a fuck you to WWE. Because WWE's doing WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, and they're getting a bunch of bad publicity right now. So AEW's like, strike while the iron is hot, which is a good idea. It was just nice, man. It was just good.
It's nice to have it back.
I needed that alongside the King's Day protests to remind me that there is hope in humanity. As stupid as that sounds, but you got to find your hope where you can have it, man. Hope is something you give yourself at the end of the day. So you got to find a way to give it to yourself, and that was my way of giving it to myself. So check it out, HBO Max. I highly recommend it. Don't do the Disney bundle because fuck Disney right now. I'm not even going to go into that. You can look that up. Look up Disney Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. No, I also, I decided to have to take a leap on hope.
Yeah.
This person, as I had mentioned earlier in the podcast.
You did.
I mentioned earlier in the podcast this nice man that I met. He came to visit me in July, in mid-July.
How was that?
The visit was really good. We had a lot of fun. We played video games. We went hiking.
Remember, you got a lot of positive, like energy around the time.
Oh yes, it went really, really well. And then he kind of quit talking to me.
Yeah.
He has since started talking to me again, but he's very there's a lot less of him than
more distant.
Yes, a lot more distant. He's going through some stuff right now.
Yeah.
So, He
did explain, at least, and he did apologize. I understand, not to steal your fucking thunder.
No, but, yeah. But it was that's my part, too. But the visit itself was a lot of fun.
Yeah, like, you took a leap, but I was actually really proud of you for taking a leap. Even if it, didn't go exactly, as expected. The fact that you did it, I was very impressed. You met the guy up here. You fucking went down there. You gave it a try.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, that's all you can do. And you guys had fun.
Oh, yeah. It was awesome.
What did you say you were hiking?
Yeah, we went hiking. We went to the botanical garden. We played 2-player games on my RetroPie. We went to record stores. It was so miserably hot. And he got sick on the way over, so we were sick the whole time. So that also kind of put a damper on stuff. But I don't know. It's an overall positive experience.
Yeah.
So I had a good time. Stuff's resolved a bit more when we originally made our little list before the last one. I don't think he had started talking to me again yet.
No, I think you were very much in the in-between at that point.
Yeah, so... But that's improved a little bit,
I'm glad that we have gotten an update since then. And
there's a little bit of a resolution.
Yeah, hopefully it will continue to resolve.
Yeah, I just hope... He's had some really negative stuff happen recently, and I hope that I'm hoping he is taking time for himself and being, responsible and kind to himself. Yeah. That's what he deserves. But
me too.
You know how boys are sometimes.
I do know how boys are. I painfully know how boys are.
They can be a little stubborn.
Yeah, a little dumb sometimes, and I don't even mean that in a mean way. I just they don't always think about their consequences to the actions they're doing that they are going to be putting on other people, not even themselves, because usually dudes are aware that there'll be consequences to themselves, and they're fine with taking them. The issue is they're not thinking about other people always, and that is the problem. And to be fair, that is kind of how you're taught to be as a dude. You got to take action. You gotta fucking act.
Yeah.
And that's kind of dumb. You should probably think before you act. Just
No.
saying. Think before
Only
you
act.
leap.
Um.
I wonder why men die quicker than women.
I'll tell you about my 4th of July. No, you didn't even have. You were like
Dog, I didn't do shit for the
Yeah.
July, and it was lovely.
Yeah, like I didn't do anything either. And what was really weird, Adrian, about 4th of July was, for the most part, it was quiet. There's some fireworks.
Yeah.
It's quiet till about 11:30.
Yeah. Which is wild to me. I know a lot of people just did not celebrate this year.
Yeah, so like it started at 11:30 and it was a lot.
Yeah, it was like
And
nonstop, like fucking.
It was nonstop for like an hour straight.
Yeah.
And finally, it's getting close to 1 o'clock, and it's still. I had thought it had stopped, and then it started up again. It was very much like
Yeah, I was
your
gonna say, it was
Mother's
like
Day
literally-
scenario. And finally, now this happens a lot,
Yeah.
where there are mysterious noises or things that annoy me about the area that I'm living in, and I'll just throw a robe on and a pair of Vans, grab my wallet, my keys, and my pepper spray, and I get out in my car, and I start driving around until I find the source of that goddamn noise.
Or back when we lived in St. Charles, you get in your fucking bathrobe, you are butt ass naked underneath said bathrobe, and you go walking out looking like a fucking insane person. Your hair mussed up in every direction. It's like,
In house shoes and a robe.
and you're like, I'm gonna find this fucking noise.
I'm gonna find the noise. I'm gonna fucking find it.
And you had walked all the way to the park. It's fucking, I was dying in that whole video. But also, yeah, I feel that. Like, I can't even disagree with it, because it's like, people should just fucking not be assholes, man.
Like, so I drive. I find.
You found.
So there is I don't feel great for this apartment complex. They are right next to the highway.
Yeah.
The ramp to get onto the highway is literally behind. They do not have a backyard. They do not have a back area. It is just, that is it. This entire road in front of this apartment building.
Yeah.
People everywhere. And there are just fireworks going on. It looks like a legitimate war
I was
zone.
gonna say, were they doing like a block party or something?
That's what it looked like, yes.
Okay.
But like a Hoosiery one.
Yeah, for those who don't know, fireworks are super illegal in St. Louis.
Yes.
You're not allowed to have them.
Yeah.
There is a multitude of reasons why. A lot of times it can be weather related, just because like Missouri can be really dry in the fucking,
Yeah.
you know. We're really humid basically any time during the year except for the summer, in which case it's drier than fucking my mom's pussy.
Well, it can be. It kind of depends. Like, it is humid, but it doesn't rain. That's what's kind of hard to explain to other people, because, like, it was humid this summer, but it just didn't rain a lot.
Yeah.
It was just humid all the time. Now that's
I feel like we got all y'all's rain, because we get a lot of rain up here, but that's good. We're near a lake.
It hasn't rained for, like, weeks.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah,
man.
I think I would think it was supposed to rain over the weekend or supposed to rain this coming week, but it hasn't been.
Never I've been happier than being near a Great Lake. I just gotta say.
So I wind up having to call because it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I know that it's 4th of July, but like, dog,
Yeah.
come on.
It just at a certain point, you're being disrespectful
Yeah.
to everyone around you, and I get it. Listen, I get it, because there's someone listening right now who's like, "Well, why?" Because we live in a fucking society. I'm sorry.
Yep. we
I
said
know
it.
it's a fucking meme, but we do.
Yeah.
You live around other people.
Do you
Unless
like this?
you-
Listen, here's my question, Adrian. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, unless you live in the fucking bumfuck nowhere country, and even then, you need to be careful shooting on fireworks, because you could set shit on fire.
Yeah.
Please, what were you gonna say?
Oh, here's my thing. Do you like grocery stores? Do you like motor vehicles? Do you like all the modern conveniences of your everyday life? You know why we have those? Because of society.
Yes.
Both laws on the books and social contracts. And we are just pissing all over social contracts constantly these days. And I don't know why y'all don't want to live in a society.
Yes.
But we need to get back to
Listen,
living in a society.
I know since 2016, y'all been a little silly. Let's just say silly.
Yeah, let's say silly. Let's be nice. Let's be
And I
generous.
know part of it well, you know, there's at least a portion of the population that's fucking brain dead. But like, I'm not talking about that portion right now. The other people, they see the portion that's brain dead and they think, well, they can act like assholes.
Yeah.
And they don't got to give a shit about other people. Why should I?
Yep.
That is the wrong fucking attitude to have. I'm speaking from a place of empathy and kindness. I remember what it's like to be young. I genuinely do. I'm still relatively young, all things considered. I'm only fucking gonna be 34 soon. I'm not that old yet. I still got about 6 more years before I'm considered like nearing old. I remember, man. I remember what it's like, but you got to start thinking about other people. Because, A, if you're a dude listening to this and you're like, man, I wish I could get some pussy. You know how you get some pussy? You be a human.
You think about other people.
You think about other people. You be a human. You don't act like an asshole, man.
Yeah.
And part of how you don't act like an asshole is, let's say you're outside, it's 1 o'clock in the fucking morning, and you have a phone and you want to play music. And if you don't have headphones, don't fucking do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. We actually, fun fact, at the beach down by the lake, there are rules.
Oh.
Yeah, you need permits for like fucking everything down there.
Oh, wow.
And like you can't, I don't think radios are allowed.
That makes sense.
Like unless you are doing an event that you have gotten a permit for,
Yeah.
and even then I think it has to be like certain like
Yeah.
limited to how loud it can be. So like there was like a barbecue happening, no loud music, wasn't loud, it was
That's
respectful.
crazy.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's crazy.
It was great. I was shocked, frankly.
I can't wait to pack up my house and leave St. Louis.
Yes, you will love it up here. I feel like this city was made for you, honestly, especially with all the bike lanes and other shit. I'm like, Lou will thrive up here.
Yeah, definitely.
It will take some adjustment, though, I will say, because it does take adjustment. Because sometimes I forget that I live in a community of not complete fucking psychopaths anymore.
Yeah, they're not like you might get in a fucking fight.
Yes.
And you might die.
Yes.
At the hands of a gun because
Yes.
people get fucking angry in St. Louis and just shoot
And they're
everybody.
all pussies, too, nowadays, man.
Well, that's why they got to shoot everybody.
Like, St. Louis used to have some fucking spine. Hey, it was used to be kind of tough.
Man, we got houses blowing up. You
Yeah.
saw, I sent you that, right?
You did.
About the house.
Everything
blowing-
fucked up in St. Louis right now.
Those 3 houses just fucking obliterated.
Yeah. That's scary.
20 houses around that are ruined because all their windows have been blown in.
Yep. And you know it's going to take them forever to get money for that.
Oh, yeah. Well, FEMA hasn't even helped out the tornado victims
Yep.
from last April.
Yep. They're going to have to sue to get money.
Oh, for sure.
And fucking that's going to take years.
Yep.
Like maybe you're lucky and it gets done in like a year or 2.
Well, there was like some kind of special report I actually watched this morning while I was on the toilet about how St. Louis isn't ready for the mass migration that's going to happen because of the tornado.
Yeah.
Because like that area where the tornado happened, like it was a pretty like poor area, but it was still in a nicer part of St. Louis.
Meanwhile, my state and Chicago especially is populations on the rise.
It's because all of us are running over here.
I've met quite a few people from St. Louis or from Missouri who have moved up here, actually. Which, I mean, it's the smart place to move. Chicago has all the work because even if you're in Southern Illinois, a lot of the work used to come from fucking St. Louis.
Yeah.
And now that shit's drying up, like the place to go is Chicago or the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
Sorry, Southern Illinois, you should have been investing in your own fucking areas like
Instead
we tried
of
to
just
do.
going over to St. Louis.
Yeah. And the state has tried to invest in these areas, by the way. I've looked into it. Like fucking, they constantly reject proposals to invest in their areas.
We don't want a handout.
Yep. We'd
well,
rather
then you're
be
not ever gonna if you need help.
Yeah.
Like that's the point of like the tiers of government.
Yes.
It's so smaller places can actually get funding.
Yeah. Fucking, they are wanting to like revitalize East St. Louis and shit. They've been wanting to build like, I think we're already building like fucking high-speed rail there. Like we are trying.
Yeah.
But you know, like you can only do so much.
Yeah. People are just difficult.
Yeah. And I know what you're thinking. You sound like a city elite. I am.
Fucking city elite.
I consider myself from Chicago now currently. Like fucking I'm proud to be a Chicagoan. Go Bears. Actually, I think they're leaving Chicago because of money. Well, the deal hasn't been finalized yet. They may not leave Chicago. They may be stuck here, and I'm going to laugh if they get stuck here without a deal because our state's not buying them a stadium. We refuse to buy them a stadium. Listen, we saw what happened to the Rams. You fucking you.
Well, so I actually very recently looked into the whole Rams thing. They weren't even a St. Louis team originally.
No.
They're technically they're from Cleveland, but they were bought by Los Angeles not long after.
Yeah, we got them. We had the only good years with them for a long time.
That is true. They did not win a Super Bowl until they were over here.
Yep. And we could have won more, but the fucking owners of the team started fucking with shit because the woman who owned it died. Stan Kroenke took over, and he's been wanting it to get it back to L.A. for years because of the money L.A. brings.
Yeah.
Whereas she cared about St. Louis because she was from the city. And when you're from St. Louis, you want to invest in St. Louis, even though you usually get burned for it.
Yep. It's why almost every time there's a major, like somebody buys like a building downtown, the deal falls through,
Yep.
or they weren't prepared for how much it was actually going to cost to fix the building, and they run out of money, and then they just leave it. And that's what happened to Millennium Hotel like twice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened to Square. They tried to buy the Post Dispatch building, and I think that deal ended up falling through.
Yep.
I mean, COVID happened right around the time it was supposed to happen, so I mean that might have also been a factor.
The old AT&T building, they're still having problems with
Yep.
the deal.
St. Louis doesn't maintain its shit, and part of the reason it doesn't is because it doesn't have money.
Yep.
And part of the reason it doesn't have money is because all the money is siphoned out of the city of St. Louis into the surrounding counties
Yep.
who refuse to pay taxes into St. Louis and be a part of St. Louis.
They won't join the city, and so the city can't benefit off their taxes, but the county benefits off the city's taxes all the time because a lot of people from the city have to go work in the county.
Yep. And so the cycle just continues, and that's why when St. Louis inevitably dies and the state is fucked, because it will be. I need to be clear. St. Louis is one of the big economical zones, or was.
It still technically is because Kansas City still has lots of problems. It's not an economic powerhouse or anything.
When St. Louis dies, Republicans will be gleeful about it for fucking about a month until they realize how fucked they are, and then they will be begging everyone to move back.
It's also one of the only tourist areas in the state. There are places to go in Kansas City and other places in the state. Like if you're a recreational person who likes outdoors, there's plenty of stuff to do here.
Yes.
But if you're just like a person who likes to go to cities and see like zoos and museums and stuff, St. Louis is like Kansas City also has some of that stuff too, but you have to pay for a lot of the stuff over in
St.
Kansas
Louis,
City.
a lot of it's free or it's affordable.
Yes, because very long time ago, someone was very smart and created a special tax district for Forest Park, which is why it's able to maintain, because it's one of the only places that still has a special tax protection.
It's why you can go to the zoo. It's why you can go to the art museum.
History Museum.
Science Center. And all those places are great, by the way.
And it's in a giant, beautiful park.
Like, I tell Smiles all the time, I would love to take the kid down there to all those places in, like, the Magic House.
Yes, Magic House.
Magic House is a fantastic
Sculpture
place.
Park.
Sculpture Park. You can get, like, a pass for, like, $50.
And do all the
all
special
of it,
shit.
including the arch, I think, too, even.
That might be included now, because the national park site is done.
Yeah. So, like, at this point, like, it's you know.
When Johnny was in town, that was the one thing I was like, you want to go see the arch? He's like, I don't like touristy stuff. He's like, unless you want to show me it, I don't care about it. And I'm like, that's fair. It's not.
Yeah, it's a cool thing to, like, see. But, like, I've never gone up in it, you know.
I did when I was a kid, but I don't really remember it.
Yeah,
and I'm too terrified now.
I'm scared of the egg thing that you got to climb.
I can't be in an enclosed space like that anymore.
If I could do it with like one person, if I could guarantee that it would just be me and one other person in there, I could maybe do it. Because I know realistically, if something happens, there are stairs there, and I can go up and down them stairs. Because of the way the thing is, even if it falls, you're gonna be fine because it's like like that. So there's nowhere for it to like fall down.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. However, if there's a bunch of people in there, I'm claustrophobic.
Yeah.
And I'll panic. And then to what? I get out there only to, oh, look, it's the city that I've seen 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Time to go back down again. You know, no, fuck that. I'll go to the zoo. The zoo's great.
Zoo is awesome.
St. Louis, if you're traveling through St. Louis, I recommend stopping by, checking it out.
Yeah.
I can't recommend you live there, though, right now, man. I just can't. I can't. I wish I could. It hurts me. It genuinely hurts my soul to say that. But St. Louis almost has to become Detroit for them to want to fix it, I think.
Yep.
Like, that's honestly the sad truth of it all.
Yeah.
Racism killed that city.
Yep.
Racism killed our state. And they need to pay for it in order for the state to fucking recorrect itself. Which I think them trying to fuck with Kansas City's districts might do it. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
We'll see. But if you are from Missouri and you listen, I know we do have a lot of people from Missouri who do listen. Just pay attention. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
If you love your state, get involved. That's all I ask.
Yeah. Adrian, I want to complain about something.
Tell me, Lucifer.
Oh, that's not good. Anyway, so Adrian, have you heard about this little show? It's called South Park.
I think I have heard of this. It's done by Matt Trey and Parker Stone, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's correct. Yeah, no. So we got beef with South Park. I think we've talked about it before.
Yes. Do you want to go into the
Yeah,
issue?
I want to talk about how people... Okay, everybody, I have a public service announcement.
You explain this way better than I can.
Okay, I'm not going to look up the lawsuits. I'm not going to get into lawsuits. That's not what I'm here to talk about. Everybody's suing everybody. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't care. Everyone has to stop thinking that South Park are these satirist kings who are on the side of the little guy.
Yeah.
This needs to stop. So this is on the heels of the whole Trump thing where they did the cartoon with when they came back.
Still are, I think. I saw the ongoing saga.
Yeah,
at
and
this
there
point.
was stuff about like other right wing people, and they did these episodes and all that stuff. People
Charlie Kirk, Christy Nome.
Yeah, and everyone's like, South Park is back, and it's like, no. South Park wants you on their good side because they are in lawsuits and they want public opinion to be able to sway those lawsuits.
Well, also, I think they are smart enough to see where the winds are going.
Well,
and they're going to try to ride them.
I have an issue. So this is my biggest problem.
Yeah.
This is South Park. These are people who are supposed to show no fear.
Yep.
They've had a decade to make fun of this man, and they are only doing it now that it is politically safe.
Yeah.
I
will say they were making fun of him up until like 2018, I think. But that was like halfway through his first presidency. There was so much more shit to make fun of him for.
Yeah.
So it's like I will give them a little bit of credit in the sense that, yes, they did make fun of him with the Garrison shit and the Canada shit. But, dog, there was so much fucking more to go after this motherfucker for.
Yeah. Now that it's convenient and everyone's going to be on their side about it, now they do it. And you're just falling into their trap. And I know a lot of people just don't care. And you know why you don't care? Because South Park made you not care.
It's true.
South Park, we've gone over this, I think, on the podcast. South Park made it cool to not care. And that's why you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They literally primed you to do the thing they need you to do so they can get one over.
Yeah. And keep in mind, do I think this is like the most calculated?
No, I don't think they're like evil geniuses.
I don't think they're
like
the best thing I can say about those two guys, is it Matt Stone and Trey Parker?
Yeah.
The best thing I can say about them is that enemy of my enemy right now is my friend, but they're not my allies. They're not your allies. And I don't even mean like they're bad guys, but they don't care. They're capitalists.
Yeah.
They're capitalists, guys. There might have been a time where they were young. I don't think they were always that idealistic personally.
No, I don't think they were ever idealistic.
I think they've had a couple good moments where you could think that they were idealistic.
Yes.
They were from Colorado, so they're a little more progressive than fucking most, of your average fucking liberals. But they're liberals.
Yep.
They're centrists on top of being liberals, which I personally think is worse. At least the liberals are annoying and have some principles. Centrists are fucking they don't tend to have principles. The only principle they have ever had is we hate censorship. Good principle to have. I appreciate the principle. But if that's the only reason you're in this fight, I'm sorry. Like, you're a limited ally for a limited time, and you should be treated as such.
I mean, if that's their big thing to stand on, we're done with that. You covered that with the movie.
You did. You did this in the 90s, 1999.
Yeah, like it's like if you're still concerned about like that, because I know that's their big thing. Like, well, we're fighting against censorship, and it's like, no, you're the biggest. You're what probably the third biggest cartoon.
Yes. With all due respect, Stephen Colbert has done more to fight against censorship since he's been canceled. His contract is not going to be renewed. Since it's been announced. Because technically, I will give Paramount this. They didn't fire him.
Yeah.
They're just not going to renew him. That is different than what happened to Jimmy Kimmel recently.
Yep.
Jimmy Kimmel's just shit canned.
Yep.
Cancel you Disney. But fucking Stephen Colbert has literally done better.
Yeah.
Dude, Jon Stewart's done better, and he's Libby as shit.
Jon Stewart is very.
I have issues with Jon Stewart, but I would count him as an ally. I just have massive fucking issues with how he tends to cover shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he takes it as serious as he should, or at the minimum, I don't think he talks about it
as serious as he should. I think he's.
And I get he's a satire comedy guy, but it's like this is.
He's also trying to make it accessible to people without completely turning them away.
That's fair.
Which puts a limit on what he can probably do.
Oh, that's fair. That's a good point. I guess I give John Oliver a lot of credit, but he's on HBO, which does give him way more leeway to act. Okay. Fair enough. Thank you. I appreciate you making that point. Like, Jon Stewart tends to do a better job. He did a whole episode recently making fun of the shit with Jimmy Kimmel where he was like doing a compliant episode of the day, and it was fucking hilarious. I actually laughed, even though I'm like, is it going to change anything? No, but it can get libs more activated and the politically disengaged more activated.
Yeah.
South Park doesn't do that. They get the politically disengaged more disengaged because they make them think that it's pointless.
Yep.
And if
they're the people who literally gave us this is nothing but a contest between a douche and a turd sandwich. Like,
and this was between Kerry and fucking Bush at the time, by the way. George W. fucking Bush. Yeah, Kerry, I ain't gonna claim he was great. I ain't gonna say he would have been the progressive fucking, savior. But he would have been a lot goddamn better than George W. Bush at that time.
No, Adrian, they're the same. Just like Kamala and Trump, they're the same.
Yeah, the dude who was literally running on fucking, like, we should make a constitutional amendment to outlaw, gay marriage.
Yeah.
Or John Kerry, who's just boring. And, a fucking
his
centrist.
greatest sin. His greatest sin.
Yeah.
He is boring. But yeah.
Like Howard Dean's is his laugh.
Like, just stop.
Yes.
Like with South Park. I feel that way, but like, about like The Simpsons and Family Guy. Just let it die. Yeah. Let it go away.
There was a
Get out of here.
There was a time where I could see where it might have been useful or seemed useful. But I don't think satire has been done right for like 100 goddamn years. It feels like.
It feels like 100 years.
Yeah,
yes.
Back in the 50s and shit like that, like the satire was used pretty well.
Yeah, like I think within like the last 10 years, satire has. Right. Yeah, it had.
I over-exaggerate.
Satire has become obsolete because the people who already agree with it are going to be the only people who watch it, and the people that you need to actually watch it to change their minds will never understand it anyway. It is only there to be a confirmation bias.
Well, it's just like,
I think it's because part of the reason is nobody knows how to do satire like correctly. It's South Park thinks because they're unbiased and they make fun of everyone, that makes them above everyone else, and it doesn't.
No.
You're not smarter for not caring. You're not smarter for hating everyone, for making fun of everyone. It just makes you an asshole.
Like, the one time they took a stand was the Scientology shit, and that's because it affected them personally.
And financially.
They
would have been sued into oblivion if they had not been watertight with the shit in that episode. And they knew it.
Yeah.
But if they're going to make fun of people or things, that don't have that kind of
like
power.
Like trans people, let's say.
Or like, God, almost anything else.
Yes.
Almost anything else.
Any
the token character. Anytime that you think that they're being clever, if you actually just step back and think about it, you're like, they're not doing what they think they're doing.
Yes. You end up giving them more credit than they deserve because you kind of put your own shit on what you think they're doing.
And they think we're pointing it out. No, it just shows that your comedy comes from no point of view.
Yes.
If you're like, it just reveals what people, want out of it. And it's like, that doesn't make it good.
The unfortunate truth about these guys is they peak too young.
Oh, most definitely. A lot of famous Gen Xers have that issue.
Yes.
They believe in their own bullshit because
they got famous at a young age. And I'm not saying
it's constant confirmation bias of I must be better. I must be smarter. There must be something about me that puts me in this place. I must be funnier than these other people. No, motherfucker, George Clooney saw your funny internet video in 1995.
Yes. Bojack kicked your ass.
Bojack kicks everyone's ass forever and always.
Time frame compared to how long you have been on air. Bojack, to this day, it is yet to be beat. It is the greatest animated sitcom show that has ever been made. I'm not going to say that will ever be made because I do think something will eventually come and top it, as that is the way art works.
Sure, yeah.
But it will be because Bojack came first.
Yeah.
And inspired and led the path. Much in the way that the Animaniacs cartoons led the way for shit like Steven Universe. Mm-hmm. Yes, it did. And there's someone like, what? Yes, I know. Animaniacs inspired a lot of cartoons that you saw in the 2010s.
Yep.
And just so on and so forth.
Yeah,
you
of
know?
course. And the thing is I have the same frustrations with Rick and Morty that I do with South Park, where you could have done something, and then instead you decided to subvert our expectations and then make it into nothing and trying to convince us that it's something.
Yeah.
There are a few things that I like at that time that I was more disappointed in is that season premiere of season 3 of Rick and Morty.
That was so fucking devastatingly
ending,
disappointed.
and they didn't even have to go totally ham with it, but to just give people the finger.
And I do know that was the time that the writers' war was basically happening, the power struggles were happening with the product. So I imagine that's why it happened that way. Because I feel like I've read that Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland had their falling out right around season 3.
Yeah.
So
I don't think they agreed on where to take the cartoon.
Based on the fact that Dan Harmon is in charge of it now and it's become more serious again, I'm going to go ahead and say Dan Harmon wanted to take it seriously. Cartoon Network wanted a show that was going to last forever. Justin Roiland's like, well, I'll give you whatever the fuck you want. And they went with Justin Roiland's stupid-ass vision of it, and then I bet they regret that shit now.
Because they could have done so much cool stuff with the Council of Ricks and all this stuff, and now the continuity is forever just muddled.
You would
because
literally
of all of it.
need to do a complete reboot of the series.
Yeah.
You would basically need to do a different version of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Which you could, but then you gotta really try hard to earn that goodwill.
Yeah.
Because there have been cool moments, like they brought back the Jerry from the fucking. Because I see clips. I don't watch it actively, but I see clips every now and again. They brought back Jerry from the Cronenberg universe, the first Jerry.
Oh, okay.
And he's like a fucking badass.
Well, he's stuck in the Cronenberg universe.
Yeah, he had to survive.
Yeah.
Beth and them died. But he survives. He has a whole thing with Morty where he fucking basically is like, fuck you. Like, you abandon us.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore.
You did this and then you abandoned us.
Yeah, I don't have room in my heart anymore. I had to fucking put that away to deal with this shit, and I'd rather be alone now. So, thanks, but no thanks kind of thing. And then he does eventually die to the true Rick, whatever. But there was cool shit. There was cool shit in there where I'm like, this is cool. I really wish you guys would have done this sooner. Like, that's all I could think of when I saw some of the newer shit that's come out. Is like, man, I really wish you guys would have done this sooner because I would have given a fuck then.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me because then I would have to try to get through multiple seasons where I know nothing matters.
Yep.
So unless you give me a version of the series like Dragon Ball Z Kai where you cut the shit down, you know that joke, right? Have I explained that before? Dragon Ball Z was like 367 episodes, mostly a filler. Dragon Ball Z Kai is like 160 episodes, and it's the better version of the story because they chopped it the fuck down and they don't have shit drag out so much.
It flips over after 2 hours, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's totally normal.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember now. But anyway.
But yeah, so like unless you're gonna Dragon Ball Z Kai me, I just can't wait. I feel the same way with Archer. I really like the show Archer, but it kind of suffers from that same thing of you put the story on hold so you can get more seasons out of it instead of allowing that shit can work for a show like Bob's Burgers because there is no plot. You know, there's no plot. There's
a premise, and that's all you need.
Yeah, and those characters don't need to like severely develop.
When it comes to animated, like adult animation, you have two things. It's either it's based on plot or it's based on the premise. The Simpsons and Family Guy can run forever because they're based on making fun of whatever the traditional value thing is at the time. Well, that's the Simpsons, but then like Family Guy is to lampoon on that idea further, like to take it another step further.
Yeah, the satire of satire.
And the problem with South Park is they can't decide what they are.
Yes.
They can't decide if they're a premise show or if they're a plot. They can't decide if they have substance or they don't. They want to have it both ways constantly, and I can't respect stuff like that.
The moment that I think they really had a shot to do something was that continuity season they had with the Whole Foods and the Tweak and Craig and the PC Principal.
Oh, yeah.
They had a moment where if they would have kept going...
They had a moment where they could have shifted into a plot show.
But it's like they got too worried about saying too much.
Yes.
And so they stopped.
Yes.
Because they did the season with Donald Trump and shit afterwards, and then they stopped doing the continuity seasons after.
Correct.
And I don't know if they got pressure from inside, but either way, you either folded or you gave up yourself, and I can't respect either.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything they could...
They got too close to having a point of view.
Yeah.
And they would have alienated half their audience.
Yes, and that's where they fucked up.
And that's why it's expedient for them now to make fun of Trump, because they realize that more than half of their audience will now be on their side,
Yep.
whereas before they didn't have that guarantee.
No. This is the time now. Well, that's why you had 2 seasons.
It's why I can't. That's why I'm just like, stop supporting them.
You had
Stop
2 seasons
for
of
this
like
shit.
good progressive messaging, and then the next season they do the trans shit, and
Yeah.
that's when I dropped off immediately. I was like, I'm done.
To me, it just showed that it's like, well, you don't know anything about this community. You don't know. I'm like way off mic.
It's like,
you don't know anything about this like community. You don't know anything about like. The thing is we've talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast though. That those trans episodes, I think it was like for me, it was the first time where they did actually like make fun of something or someone where I'm like, oh, I actually have like intimate knowledge of what you're doing and making fun of, and you're doing it wrong.
yes.
What that does is when you kind of I think of it like the Enigma code for the machine that decoded the Nazi magic codes through the radios.
Yes.
Where
Alan Turing.
once you know that Hitler, his name, once you know that that is the guiding thing, you can then reorientate all of your other calculations based on that. In that episode, up until that episode, you can take everything, every other homophobic, transphobic thing they've ever done is that they're making fun of how disgusted people
Yes.
are about this in general.
Like the Tolerance Museum, I think is a great episode where if you watch that and you don't have that one season
Yep.
with the Macho Man Randy Savage shit, if you don't have that, you can watch that and be like, they're making fun of right-wing outrage.
Yes.
And that is the vibe. I mean, if I watched it then, I'm sure I'd still get that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But at a certain point, they stopped doing that.
Yeah.
And whether they've always been that way or whether it puts into question everything
That's
they've
what I
ever done.
mean. Is it's one of those things for me, like, did I interpret it the way that they intended it, or is that me putting my own progressive bias on it? Because now I understand where they're coming from with these trans jokes. So now it's like when Garrison got the sex change way back when, and they show like a surgery.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't
That was like
understand.
legitimate like shit from what I understand.
Yes, that is legitimate.
Like as much as they were like making fun of certain aspects of that shit, they also did show and they did say proper things about it at the same time.
And that's why it gives you that benefit of the doubt. But at the same time, so have you ever watched Lily Simpson's coverage of trans stuff in
I have.
South Park?
I don't know if I've seen the South Park one specifically.
And once she talks about showing that footage, once you kind of have where they're at with the trans people, with the Macho Man Randy Savage, you're only showing that footage to disgust people and to think
Yes.
that trans people are weird instead of that extra step that we put on it.
Yes.
Now it's like, oh, you did that to actually gross people out.
Yes. It puts into question everything.
Oh, like how homophobic then is the portrayal of Mr. Slave and Big Gay Al?
Yep.
If that's your point of view with trans people. You know, how progressive are you with black people with the whole token character and all that shit?
And
Because
Chef
like
and
you
all
have
that
him
again.
always plays they have that whole storyline where he plays the bass in the band. And because, you know, it's supposed to be a joke about Journey, because the bass player in Journey is black, but the rest of the band is white. And they play very white people music. And
They do it with the news report shit too.
yeah, and it's like, oh, you think that they're making fun of the concept.
Yes.
Because if it's a premise show, then the jokes are read that way. But when it becomes a plot show,
it
why changes how that could be perceived. I
It's
hope
why
that makes sense to
Family
people.
Guy-
I think I'm talking in circles a little
It's
bit.
why Family Guy, as much as it's
Don't
not
like that
for me
show.
anymore.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I liked the first 4 seasons of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was silly, but it didn't try to be anything other than what it was.
It's a premise show.
It was a premise show, and then when it did get a little more serious, it was still decent for a little bit, but then it got a little too up its own ass in a way.
Most definitely.
And it tried to just, I don't know, tried to straddle too many lines. I think, from what I understand, they might have kind of gone back to being more of a satire-y show, but it's like, once you open the fucking door, man, you can't really close it.
How do you close it again? Yeah.
Exactly. People know the door's there now.
Yeah.
Family Guy does so much better of a job because Peter, the type of character he is able to make fun of anything, But also the show's writers still write it from, I mean, a democratic point of view.
Yeah.
They are, at the end of the day, Seth MacFarlane is a liberal.
Yeah.
Very libby. He can be very obnoxious about it, but he is a progressive dude. He's a very liberal dude. He fucking does not like fascism, and he fucking hates Republicans.
Yeah, I think stuff not coming from a point of view and then you thinking that you're better, smarter.
Yes.
Or like you belong on a different tier than everyone else, and that's my issue with South Park. The Simpsons never tries to be more than what it is. Family Guy never tries to get too big for its britches. Yeah. South Park can never it is whatever it wants to be to make the most money at the time.
Yep.
Whenever the episode is written.
Well, I remember everyone gave them credit for that Family Guy episode, but like rewatching the Cartoon Wars shit, that's not really that good of an episode.
No.
I don't think they've had much better like 2 to 3 parter episodes.
Yeah, I think the whole stuff with Imagination Land was a better criticism on cartoons, video games, and all that stuff. I thought that was better than that.
Much better.
They can put out bangers, but that's
Yeah,
that's what I wanted to say about that. That's a little bit of old news, I guess, at this point.
We wanted to talk about it for a while because this is something we've been very passionate about.
I have issues with satire to begin with now.
Yes. I don't think people do it right. I don't think people take the time to do it right. I think
and
some
therefore
more
it
news,
doesn't serve its purpose.
Some more news does a great job.
Would they be considered satire?
I think when he does his little bits, those are definitely satire.
Well, yeah, no.
I don't know if you would call him a full-on satire.
Yeah, like the whole show, yeah.
Because he is a news channel at the end of the day, but he uses satire much in the way that the Colbert Report used to do satire.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
He brought that character back, and I will say I was shocked he actually was able to slip into the character.
Colbert brought the character back?
He brought the Republican Colbert character back.
Oh. Why? When?
Like literally recently. It's because he don't give a fuck anymore.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have
to. Because CBS, he wanted to bring that character to the show, but CBS told him no. So they made him more centrist-y, and I think now at this point he's like, well, I regret that. I'm just going to do whatever the fuck. And it's like, yeah, you probably should have done that all along.
Yeah.
But
Adrian, we got to switch gears.
We do.
Back to fun, personal stories. We're gonna finish this up with some good personal stories. I gotta add my thing at the end there. Adrian, tell us about hanging out with your new gay friends.
So Smiles has these 2 friends called Derek and Tom. And I've become friends with them too. I don't want to make it seem like I'm not friends with them.
You actually secretly hate them.
No, yes, secretly. Take that, Derek. Aha. No, but they're pretty cool. I met them back in, I guess, whenever this month would be, on the board. I don't remember exactly when I met them or how. I think I met them outside of their house, and then at some point we went to their house to hang out the first time.
Yeah.
And they do like board game nights, like they do horror movies. We play Magic the Gathering with them, like Magic the Gathering Commanders. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great people. I fucking adore them. We go to this place called Cozy Corner, this little breakfast place.
Okay.
And they're like celebrities there. They're very well known.
Oh.
Literally, if I'm like, hey,
the well-known gays.
We're looking for our friend Derek. Oh, Derek and Tom are over there at their booth.
Oh.
They have a normal spot that they usually sit in. They don't always get that spot, but like when it's available, they do.
Okay.
There's also this guy Eric who is straight, but he's like the best version of a straight man. Like, listen, I love Eric. He will never listen to this. I don't think I've ever even told them about this podcast, but like, not for any reason. I just never think about it when I'm with them because it's board game shit.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know how else to say, but he's like our token straight guy in a good way.
Okay.
He's fantastic. He's wholesome. Like, you'd be fooled to think he's like a gentle gay man, but he's just a gentle straight man. He has a wife. And I'm like, this is the best straight man.
All right. Yeah, he sounds.
When the war
sounds
comes,
pretty
we will leave Eric.
We'll leave Eric. All right. I'll make a note.
When the gender wars come.
Yep.
Or I guess that's not gender wars. The sexuality wars.
Yeah.
Do we fold those in with the gender wars?
When the queer wars come.
Queer wars.
We'll come for you all.
Except for Eric.
We
will keep you as a pet. I'm joking. Jesus. If he ever does listen, he'll be like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Okay.
But you went to hang out with them.
I went to hang out with them. So one thing I didn't know about them. So we went and we had breakfast at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And great. I think I had a burger that day, actually, because fucking sometimes I'm in the mood for breakfast food, sometimes I'm not. Burger, great food. Then we go to their place and we hang out. And I'm thinking, well, surely we'll have lunch or dinner at like 5.
Uh-huh.
You know, I can hang out till dinner because I had a really big breakfast and we had it kind of late. So it's more like lunch anyway at that point. Time keeps going. We're playing these games and I'm sitting in this like metal folding chair and I'm high as a kite and I'm not drinking as much water as I should be drinking because it's me and I never drink as much water as I should be drinking.
Yeah.
And I'm really fucking high the entire time. And I don't realize how fucking hungry I am.
Uh-oh.
It gets to be like 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I have not eaten at this point since 11.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking hungry. And I have estrogen in my system now. And for some reason, I just have to eat a little bit throughout the day here and there. Otherwise, I die or become the biggest cunt in the world. So I asked Smile, I was like, hey, we doing food? And Smiles is like, hey, guys, are we going to do food? And I'm like, yes, we're going to order pizza. I'm like, cool. 6:30 rolls around. No pizza's been ordered. And I'm like, hey, guys.
Can we order pizza?
What about dinner? And they're like, yes, we need to do that. 7:30 rolls around. No pizza's been ordered. At this point, I have not eaten since fucking 11 o'clock. And my head is starting to hurt.
Yeah.
But they order the pizza finally. It doesn't get there till like 8:30 because it's busy and it's like fucking Saturday. And I'm just like, I can make it. What I didn't realize is they were ordering deep dish pizza.
Uh-oh.
So it's very sauce heavy. And it's very heavy pizza. I like leaned into Lou. You guys can't see it, but I like leaned into Lou to tell them like it's a secret.
My secret pizza story.
My secret pizza story. So I don't do well with heavy shit as much anymore anyway. If I'm going to have something heavy, I usually preempt this by having something lighter throughout the day and having more liquid shit. Like still eating so I don't die when I have the thing.
Yeah.
But eating light. I had nothing. And this shit was heavy. And the sauce was just saucy. And it fucking destroyed me. Like it hits my stomach. And I just start feeling ill.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it'll pass.
Yeah.
And I keep sitting in this folding chair and my body's at a fucking weird angle because it's not a big chair. So it's not helping because I'm putting more pressure on my stomach from this chair. So I'm just like, it'll be fine. I'll just have more of the saucy pizza.
Oh, God.
So at a certain point, they realize that I'm like pale.
Oh, no.
They're like, you don't look good. Are you okay? And I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm very much not good. Because for a second I thought maybe I had greened out, and that was why, you know?
Yeah.
But no, this was not greening out. This was Addie is fucked up. And I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go home now.
Or I'm gonna die.
Because I'm gonna die. Because I feel horrible, and I just want to lay down and not vomit. And they give me some water to drink because like Tom was like, when did you drink water last? And I was like, I don't remember. Tom was like, oh my fucking God. Now every time Tom was like, are you drinking water? Addie, you're drinking water? You
got water?
I'm like, yes, Dad, I'm fucking drinking water. And then I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm not. Shit, hold on. So we get in the car and Tom gives me bags.
Yeah.
Plastic bags. And I'm like, that's not necessary. And Tom goes, no.
Take the bag.
It will make me feel better if you take these with you. And I'm going to say I'm really glad that he said that. Because, dog, we did not get 5 feet from that fucking house before I started yakking in that fucking bag.
Oh, God.
And I hate vomiting.
Yeah.
And it just all our pizza came up. I'm pretty sure the cozy corner came up. Like, just my dinner from the night before probably came up. If any of it was left.
Yeah.
Like, it was horrible. And I'm just having to hold this plastic warm bag.
Oh!
I know. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's so awful.
I'm holding that, and it's warm. And because it's warm, it's making me more nauseous.
Yeah, of course.
He's like, oh, God. You fucking... And I'm just vomiting. And I'm so fucking miserable.
Yeah.
And I'm also hungry because
Yeah.
I'm vomiting all of the food.
Yeah.
I feel like I did end up being able to eat when I got back home. I don't know if Smiles like swung by and grabbed McDonald's or something.
Or like just something,
Something. I feel like he got me something.
Yeah.
Because he was like, you were hungry.
Yeah.
You need to eat. you're vomiting because you're hungry, and
Yeah.
so I think we swung by McDonald's, and I'm like vomiting in a bag while fucking we're in the drive-through. And eventually I do stop vomiting because there is nothing left to vomit.
Yeah.
And I do make it home, and once I fucking actually ate, but I'd eat slow because I was like, I'm gonna take little baby bites.
Yep.
I was eating like applesauce and shit just to try to fucking make sure I could put something in my stomach. Once I vomit, I'm usually fine.
Yeah.
I just hate vomiting. I don't want to vomit.
No, I understand.
It's miserable.
I understand.
So it was also an embarrassing first time going to someone's house. Like, and this is not the first time, by the way, that on the first time of me going to someone's house, I vomit.
Yeah, that has become a trend with you.
It has. One time I went to Kai's place, boba tea, fucking destroyed me.
Yep.
Vomit everywhere. Fuck it. I learned that boba tea is made with milk.
It is.
I didn't know this. And it would have been fine because I can have milk, but because I am lactose intolerant, I can have a limited amount of milk before my body is like, hello, bitch.
Yeah.
No. And for the most part, I've adapted. I eat like white cheese and shit that doesn't have a lot of lactose in it. And when I do have milk, it's usually cereal because I do like a little milk sometimes. Sure. But a lot of times I'll just have oat milk too because oat milk's fine. And it doesn't hurt my stomach.
No, yeah, for sure.
But I had cupcakes that day. We'd had Korean, which also uses a lot of fucking milk apparently, which I didn't know.
Shit.
No one had told me, which to be fair, they didn't know I was lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was their responsibility to be like, hello.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know. I didn't know that like soy also like might fuck with my gut a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's not even that like I can't eat soy, it's that I can't smell cooking soy without wanting to die.
Yeah, no.
So I think it was just a mixture of factors. But yeah, no, man, apparently I'm just that person. I'm going to be that bitch.
Yep.
Every time I meet someone, I have to vomit
Listen,
at their
man,
house.
at least, at least someone wasn't trying to eat your pussy and almost vomited on their head,
This
So
is true.
at least, that didn't happen to you.
This is true. You would know nothing about that, of course.
That's never happened to me.
Never. Not once.
You know what didn't happen to me, but someone told me about, and that I don't want to ever happen to me.
Yes, tell me.
So I'm an admin assistant in academia, and we have a monthly admin meeting where we all, sit around and we figure problems out.
Jerk each other off.
Sometimes, no. So one of the big things right now is renaming the conference rooms in one of the buildings that we're in, because some of the conference rooms are named after like retired professors. Some conference rooms are named after the department who is in charge of them. Okay? So like neurology lab has, this is blah 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 conference room, and they don't want to give up their name. But the problem is that all of the conference rooms in the system, since they're all different names, there's no uniform like code or anything like that. And sometimes the same conference room will go by multiple names, and you won't always know.
Okay.
So we're talking about this, and we're trying to decide what to do about it, and who needs to be involved to make these decisions.
You can't decide. We can't
decide. And one of the other admins, Rob, he brings up, he's like, we do need to make solid decisions on this instead of relying on the PIs. He's like, we don't want it to be like the laser pointer for the East Imaging conference room. East Imaging is one of the bigger conference rooms that almost all the departments and the department I'm in use.
Yeah.
Apparently a laser pointer had gone out at some point in like the last few years or something.
Okay.
And for months, it went around. Who was going to pay for the laser pointer? How are we going to divide up the funds to buy a fucking new laser pointer?
When Republicans are like academia is a waste of money, it's hard not to blame them.
I have moments at my job when I'm like, no, I understand why people think we need to be defunded. I get this. I understand that.
Like, you don't need to be defunded. You definitely need to be funded.
Of course, yeah.
But when you hear shit like that, as a normal person, it's hard not to be like, just fire them all. Like, fuck
it's like when he was talking about this, I just looked at him, and I was like, you can't be serious. That didn't really happen. He's like, yeah, it took a while. He's like, finally, the chair just decided, pay it out of the basic chair fund. And don't worry about it.
I literally would have just went to my local
I think it was less
PetSmart.
than $10. Like I think it was less than $10.
I would have went to my local PetSmart, put it on my credit card, and just said, "You can keep it. It's yours." Hey, name the conference room after me. I donated the laser pointer.
You know what I would have done? Don't waste your money. You just got to go around campus. Go to the other side of campus, check a lot of conference rooms, see where their laser pointer is, and then, oh, wouldn't you know, that just fell in my pocket, officer. And then you got to sprint to the other side of campus, and suddenly, oh, this magical laser pointer showed up. Don't know where it came from. That's great. We don't got to have that argument anymore. And I shred 14 different versions of the same purchase order.
The beautiful thing is, if you go across the campus, they will never know because they don't talk to each other.
It's true. They don't talk to each other in the buildings, the different floors of the buildings.
Like, fucking, they'll just be like, well, time to start a fucking conference room about.
Yep. Yeah, like it's just. So yeah, that's like I just had to share that. We had been talking about we've been swapping silly stories, and that was one of those things. You have an additional silly story that's kind of it's Kai related.
It's
you and Kai went to an event that you think led to an incident.
Possibly.
I don't know how else.
Yeah, that's the thing is I don't know because I don't leave the fucking house. I go on walks. I grocery shop.
Yeah.
But, like, when this happened, I don't think I'd done anything but this.
Yeah, and, like, the other option was Smiles taking the train, because that's, like, a way that it can happen.
Yeah,
but
and so it's possible that that happened, too. But normally he takes his clothes off before he gets in the bed.
Yeah.
So it would have been weird but I think I might have left some of my shit on. Because bed bugs aren't really a big problem. At least they weren't a big problem in Missouri.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of the weather or what, but they're just not a big issue in Missouri, so that was never something I had to worry about. Fleas are a big issue in fucking Missouri. So we got fleas in Missouri, but not fucking bed bugs.
Yeah.
Apparently, I didn't know this. Chicago's like, they got a lot of bed bugs because we get so many travelers.
Yeah.
It's very common. The city's done a lot to reduce it.
Yeah.
And they've done very well. But it's a problem. They have ordinances and laws in place that if you have bed bugs, like, first off, you cannot go into your job. You have to work from home.
Yeah.
And secondly, someone's got to come out and clear it. Landlord's got to pay for it.
Yeah.
So I went to this K-pop concert. It was ATEEZ. Any ATEEZ fans in the fucking Wasm universe? It was a good show. We went to, I almost said Wembley fucking Stadium. That's in fucking London. We went to
Wrigley Field.
I almost said Wembley again. I'm just like, no, Adrian, don't.
Don't worry. I when I see Wembley, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the one that's in Chicago. And then I have a moment. I'm like, no, that's the one.
Yep.
That's the one.
Wrigley,
over the
Wembley,
pond.
like
That's the one.
They
Yeah.
both don't sound the same and do sound the same.
Yeah.
Wrigley, Wembley.
Yeah.
Same amount of syllables, I guess.
Yeah.
I go to this fucking concert and it's huge, man. A lot of people there. And it was fun.
Well,
I won't lie.
fucking Wrigley Field.
It was fucking Wrigley Field, yeah, and it was damn near full. Like, a lot of it. Like, they had all the bottom rows open, and there was a lot of the top open, too. So it was like, oh, Jesus, fuck, man. A lot of people here.
Yeah.
And it was cool. They had, like, screens on. They played music videos ahead of the concert. Fucking people were cheering in the music videos. K-pop fans are fucking wild, but they're very energetic. I do appreciate that about them. The music's fine. It was fun. I liked it. No issues. The prices were fucking ridiculous. Goddamn, like a hot dog was like fucking like $10. I'm like, what
That
the
sounds about
fuck?
right. That sounds about right.
I'm gonna start smuggling hot dogs up in this fucking bitch. Like fucking shit. I'm gonna sell them for fucking $1. I'll fucking make so much goddamn money. I smuggle 100 hot dogs. Yeah.
Yeah. You got like a hot dog coat.
Yeah. Hey girl, you want a hot dog? I'll be fucking 50 cents.
50-cent hot dog.
I sell
That's
you
insane.
a Coke for $1.
That's crazy. That would be actually crazy.
We make the markup on the fucking Coke, you know, because hot dogs are cheap, you know.
Of course.
They'd kick my ass out so
Of course,
quick.
of course.
Some motherfuckers selling hot dogs.
Get the fuck out of here. No, okay.
It's
okay.
a trans person again. So I don't even got a lot to say about the concert. It was fun. It was a spectacle.
Yeah.
There
of
was like
course.
light wands and shit
Yeah.
that like reacted if you had it like the right one. If you had the ATEEZ light wand, it would sync up to the app to the show.
Oh.
But if you had a third party one, it was just a color wand. You could, people I guess don't use their phones anymore. I guess that's not. I thought
They gotta have an app controlled wand.
We used to use lighters, then we used the phone screen, which was easy because it's just like, oh, look at that, nifty. And now we got to buy like a $50 fucking light wand that hooks up to an app that probably needs a firmware update, and it makes me want to fucking cry. I had to firmware update my controller one time, and I won't go into it here, but you can ask Lou. It was a whole fucking thing that made me want to quit gaming.
Yeah.
So...
But the problem wasn't the concert.
The problem wasn't the concert. I leave the concert. I mean, there was a slight problem with the concert. As I said, it took forever to leave. And it wasn't even anyone's fault. I just didn't understand the plan.
Yeah.
We were meeting up with some people that we were going to take back with us. But they were on the other side of the fucking venue.
Yeah.
And they took a long time to get to us. And so by the time we had left, massive crowds of people. It was just fucking very difficult to move through.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the issue is about a week later, I'd say.
Yeah.
Man, I'm laying in bed, and I'd been finding little red marks on my body. Now, it had started getting warmer around this time.
Yeah.
Because this is summer.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, all right, this might just be like sweat shit, you know? I forget what it's called, but like...
Like a heat rash.
Heat rash, thank you. Might just be heat rash, because I've been prone to that happening before. Especially if I sweat a lot, estrogen.
Yeah.
So it happens. Smiles had him too, and... He turns around, and I see him, and they're like in clusters. And I'm like, that don't look right.
Yeah.
And I said, you don't think we got fucking bed bugs, do you? And he had me check it, and I checked, and I didn't see him at the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, must just be heat rash.
Yeah.
Was not heat rash. I'm fucking laying in bed literally the next day. And I woke up, as I often do, and I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
You know, I took a couple of hits, and I'm just laying there seeing if I'm going to fall back asleep or if I'm up for the day. I hadn't moved in a while, and out of the corner of my fucking eye, on the top fucking left corner of our bed, a fucking bed bug is just moving on the top of the sheets. And first off, every ounce of control to not scream.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm staring at it because I didn't want to lose it. And I
Yeah.
didn't want to alert it, make it run either.
Yeah.
And I said, Smiles, baby. And he goes, what's up? And I said, there's fucking bed bugs. And you have never seen two motherfuckers get out of bed.
Leap out of bed.
Yeah, I immediately snatched it. As soon as he looked and saw it, I snatched it and killed it.
Yeah.
And then we got up. Yeah, and we were immediately, I think I told you because you're supposed to come next week, that week.
Yeah.
And luckily, we were able to get the shit
We
resolved.
got it,
But there was a moment where we were unsure.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know how bad it was. And the thing with bed bugs, for anyone who's listening who's never had to deal with them, if they lay eggs, it's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And it might take a while to deal with. Now, we got really lucky because of my autism and because we noticed the bites so early, there wasn't really enough time for any clutch of eggs to really be born. If there was, it was a small clutch of eggs. Because we found some eggs on our old mattress, like when we moved it out and everything looked real better and shit. We did find them, and I vacuumed that shit up immediately. I'm like, nope, and threw that shit out into the garbage can. You go.
Yeah.
Bed bugs can stay in the trash can for all I give a fuck. Dude, we bought a plastic bag. We got our mattress wrapped up. We're sleeping on the couches. We got all our fucking clothes.
Yep.
We got fucking Damascus of Earth because we didn't want to have to deal with this with our landlord if we didn't have to.
Yeah.
We were hoping we didn't have to, and initially it seemed fine. We Damascus of Earth everything. We spent a couple days outside of the room. We came back in, fine.
Yeah.
A couple days go by, bites again. And so we didn't hesitate. We fucking tell the landlord. Landlord calls a guy, and luckily it got resolved. Now the problem is I make it seem like it was a really easy time. It wasn't, because when you have bed bugs, you have to take literally anything that is cloth.
Yeah.
And it has to be washed, and then it has to be dried at a high temperature, and then it has to be stowed in a fucking bag and then kept away from the house.
Yep.
For a multitude of reasons, but fucking if the exterminator's coming, you got to have that shit out.
Yep. Yeah.
So as you can imagine, when we had to have the exterminator come and had to wash everything again, it was fuck pain in the ass.
Yeah.
We also had to move all the furniture into the center of the fucking place.
Yeah.
And we weren't even sure fully if this was gonna do it. What's funny is we had the guy inspect it, but we hadn't been bitten yet. I think that's what it was. We had the guy come and inspect because we did tell our landlord. I got it fucked up. We did tell our landlord, but we told him we think we might have got it.
Yeah.
So we had a guy come out and he checked, and I know where we fucked up. We didn't put Damascus of Earth on our wooden bed frame.
Ah.
So when he checked, he saw claw marks into the wooden bed frame, and he was like, my only concern is they got in the wood bed frame and they're hiding out in there. Because we had rubbed it down with like, God, what the fuck was it? Alcohol, I think, because alcohol can kill them, dry them out and shit like that. But that's not sufficient enough because they can still, the alcohol dries eventually, and they can just wait it out.
Yeah.
Damascus Earth doesn't. Once they come out the feed, they die.
Yeah.
So if we would have done that, probably wouldn't have had to call the exterminator. But we didn't know that.
Yeah.
So he comes out and tells us, keep an eye out. You know, you may end up having another issue again. And if so, just call me and I'll come out and deal with it immediately. And I think we waited like a day or so, and fucking he was correct. So, yeah. Luckily, I think we just spent the day out of the house. I think we fucking went to his family's house and we did a couple chores and shit like that. Because we had to be out of the house for like some hours. So that day was a fucking nightmare because it was the same day you were coming too. So it was like everything was like running right up against the wire, but we got it done and there was no bed bugs. They got it clean in one go. But fuck bed bugs. That is my story. I wish it could be more fun for you guys. But like if you
fuck bed bugs.
Fuck bed bugs. If you do have a bed bug, don't fuck around. You tell your landlord.
Get it figured out.
Get a fucking exterminator up that shit immediately because they can handle it. They know what the fuck they're doing. They know what to look for.
Yep.
You should still take precautions so it doesn't spread. Yeah. Because the dude did say that part of the reason he was able to handle it in one bomb was because of what we did. Yeah. We killed any of the clutches that existed, and there probably was only one or two survivors because the bites that we had, I didn't get bit at all that next time, but he got a few bites, and it was only a few. Yeah. So we think only like one or two survived, but that's enough to fucking breed again. So you cannot fuck around with that shit, man.
Can't fuck around with bed bugs.
I had a flea issue one time, and they're not dissimilar in the way that if you let that shit go, they will fucking be a big problem. Yeah. Well, Ziggy had a flea problem. He made all of us suffer for it. So, Lou.
I have a final story, Adrian.
You do. We have come to the end here of this
catch up.
Two-parter.
Yes. We have caught you up. You're almost caught up.
You're almost caught up.
St. Louis is noisy, as I have complained many times, as bass music goes off currently.
Yeah, right, literally. It's like fucking so rare that we have to deal with this, and it's the one time, of course.
It's probably because the light.
It's because the light, yeah. And some people, I don't think they're as cognizant of how loud it is outside their car.
Oh, most definitely not.
Because I don't know if everyone's like me and they actually put the music on and then went outside their car playing the radio to listen.
To see what it sounds like.
Yes, because I did that.
Yeah, sure.
So I would know when I would be pulling in neighborhoods that I needed to tone it down to like 20 or 15. Yeah. To make sure it wasn't too much.
Yeah, so...
But city's noisy as shit.
Yeah.
I can attest to this, by the way. I did grow up there.
Yeah, so...
Or spend time there, at least.
However, some people, instead of driving a super noisy car or, what have you, they leave their dog outside. Or they leave their dog access to the outside to go outside and bark and bark and bark. Now, and I'm not talking about when people pass by. I'm not talking about when they see a squirrel. I mean that it just keeps barking, sometimes for hours.
Yes. To the point where it can't bark anymore, basically.
Yes, there are times when it sounds like the dog is actually in legitimate fucking pain. So I did from my bathroom window, because how where I'm at is set up. This dog is barking against brick houses, which is reverberating directly into my house down the alleyway. I get a few videos together over the course of about 2 months. And finally one morning, I had it. So I report the person. Because I'm done with it.
Yeah, it's a consistent issue at this point.
And so in order to prove that was the house, I had to walk down, take video of the house, take video of the dogs barking through the fence, and then fuck off again. Yeah. And they had security cameras, and I saw them. There's signs for them and everything. This is important for later. So I report this. It gets taken care of. I notice that it stops for about a month, give or take. And then it starts again. And the thing is it didn't start happening immediately. It was a slow build again, or it would be for 15 or 20 minutes at a time, and then 30 to 45 minutes at a time, and then an hour, and then 90 minutes. When it goes past 30 minutes, I start recording. Yeah. Well, now I start recording immediately. because I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
But
well, like at this
my rule
point,
of
like
thumb,
you've been given so much reason.
my rule of thumb is 30 minutes or more.
Yeah.
Because, listen, they could be outside playing with the dog.
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. But if it is just constant, I mean constant.
Yeah, it's not like you
I've
hear a
sent you
noise.
videos, you've heard it.
Yeah, it's not like you hear a noise and you're like, I'm calling the fucking cops.
Yeah, no.
This is a consistent issue. And at a certain point, it's not good for the fucking dog to bark that long.
The time that set me off, it was a day. I actually think it might have been bed bug day.
It was actually, yes.
Because it was fucking hot. It was like 100 degrees outside. The dog started barking at 9 a.m. and I left at 3, and it barked almost the entire time. Because I had the windows open because even though it was hot, I was cleaning and I was packing. Every time, after I think at a certain point I did wind up shutting the windows before I left.
Yeah.
Every time I would go outside. And it's a small dog, and it is
very yappy and
so
high-pitched.
grating, especially the longer that it barks. So recently, because this started to ramp up again, I had to start taking video again, and I had to report him again.
And I don't know how the city works, but I know in most places, if you get so many strikes against you,
You get cited.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is something that me and the person that I'm working with were talking about, because this next thing that happened. So I record, and I go back, I send the email, I don't think another thing of it. At about noon that day, because the dog started barking at like 8 o'clock, and I let it go until about 9:30 when I started working hardcore, and I could hear it on the other side of the house. I'm not going to lie to you, it was the loudest it had ever been. I sent you a video, and before I sent the video to you, I actually was like, ooh, that's really loud.
Yeah.
Like
it was, dude.
It sounded
I could
like the
hear
dog was next to the window when
Yes.
it wasn't. It was like a block away.
Yeah. Like it was so fucking loud.
It sounded legitimately in pain. So I actually got a little bit scared at that point. And
it sounded like the dog literally had stepped on a bear trap.
yes,
dude.
yeah, like hurt itself
Yeah.
or like stepped on something.
Yeah.
And so, to be honest, I didn't think that that's what really happened, but it did sound like something was going on with the dog.
The fact that you're neglecting the dog for this long, dude, clearly the dog needs
Something.
It needs a
something.
person. It
Yeah.
needs something there for them.
So I'm getting ready to leave to go to work because usually I do the first half of the day at home. You know, I answer email, do easier stuff, adding documents to the to my spreadsheet, just petty stuff like that. Then I go in to do meetings and do all the stuff that I need to do in the office. And right before I left, closing the windows because it had been nice outside. This giant red truck comes peeling in down the alleyway and just parks. And I was like, oh, shit, I wonder if it's that dude. Because I don't know what this... I kind of know what the dude looks like because I've seen him, doing yard work before.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what kind of car he drove or anything. I didn't know about his life.
Yeah, I was going to say, you never really, seen him too much outside.
I only would see him on occasion on the weekends when he was doing yard work. Otherwise, it looked like nobody was home most of the time. And so, obviously someone could have... I'm just describing what it looked like. That doesn't mean nobody was home. So, I see... this person. Now, I don't remember if he went into the house or not. I wasn't paying that much attention until he just stands out in the alleyway and starts yelling into the ether. What's your problem? Why are you calling the city on my dog? Are you calling the city on other dogs? And the other dogs start barking around. He's like, oh, you gonna call the city? You gonna call the city on them? And I'm like,
meanwhile, he's the one who's hassling the fucking dogs.
He's the one who's making the dogs bark. I'm not calling on your dog because there's someone walking next to your fence making the dog bark. I know that that's not reasonable.
Because there's a crazy man that the dog's like, this man is a threat. Bark, 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 bark.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah, bark, 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 bark.
Sir, you're being crazy. I can't blame the dog for this.
Yeah, and then he says, why don't you come out here? I'll give you something to record. And I was like, oh shit, this St. Louis. So of course I'm in the bathroom camping on the floor with the window open, thinking I was recording it, but I wasn't. I'm so mad. We're not going to get into that. But that happened, and then he eventually drives away. He was just standing in the alleyway for minutes because he probably pulled in 5 minutes after noon, and he didn't leave until 12:30. Oh. And so I was just just gonna hang out and tell my boss gonna be late for the meeting. Because the thing is, he don't know it's me.
Yeah.
I know that he's recorded, whoever recorded his property.
Yeah.
He knows it's a quote-unquote lady. I was wearing hobo clothes, though, and I was wearing a dress that day when I was going into work, and I was just like, you know what? even if I could play it off like it wasn't me, it doesn't mean he's not gonna believe that it's not me. Even what I mean is like, that's a lady, I'm just gonna assume that that's who it is. Even if it's actually not, I'm so angry, I'm just gonna take it out on this person. That was my thought. Like, I could be fucked double. So it's like, I'm just gonna hang out. Joe don't care. I'm just gonna hang out. Boss don't care. And he eventually did leave, and I called the lady, and I was like, so this happened. And she was like, okay. She was like, I would not record over there. I know what house is coming from. I'm like, oh, I'm ahead of you. That's the plan now. She's like, you're just doing everything that you're doing. I'm going to talk to our prosecutor and see what they want to do about it. I'm like, okay. Haven't heard back yet.
Something tells me this motherfucker has been called on before if they're so ready to nail this motherfucker to a wall.
Like, it just, like, that is really bizarro behavior.
Yeah, it is.
And, well,
that's unhinged shit.
The other thing that he said is, my dog has a dog door. It's allowed to be outside. Now, here's the thing. Here's a problem with that. Adrian, I know some dogs are not the brightest bulbs, okay? I don't know any dog that's going to sit outside in 100-degree weather all fucking day and bark. Like, unless there is literally no food in the house and the dog hasn't eaten for 3 days and it's outside barking for someone to give it food, I can't see another reason. I really legitimately can't. Even with it being that hot, if there's no food in the house, I can't see the dog hanging out outside.
Yes, unless you turn the air off on the inside and somehow the outside's better.
And it's just like, is the dog too stupid to realize that it can't get back in the dog door? Because, I mean, it's not an impossibility.
Well, and then in that case, you're a bad dog owner for not recognizing that.
And then locking up the dog door.
Yeah.
I do want to say, I keep saying it in the singular, there are 2 dogs. I just can't tell you what one is barking.
Yeah.
Because they sound, I don't know if just one is barking, because it only ever sounds like one is barking. So I don't know if they have like the same bark or legitimately one of the dogs just doesn't really bark.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes.
It does.
But like I that's my dog story. And you know what, Adrian? I think the reason why this dude had such a problem, you know what? He's probably a straight guy. And the world is better and people act more sane when there aren't any straight men. Bye everybody.
Bye.